Turn it up a notch. This is all because of Facebook. I mean, this is all because of Instagram. How's this? Ooh, that sounds a lot louder. So do. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Spill it out. The collective says the sound is getting better for that which is over. Lailani, thank you so much for all the love. 28 people watching on Facebook right now. It's better than nothing. Sanda Zondi says, let's rip. I don't understand why I'm not seeing all the chat in one place. There's been an update to the software and it's ain't been annoying. Maybe if I do this, hold on. I hope this doesn't mess it up. Facebook niangizwa na. Siso Tanguza Uti Jackie Raza, we are watching. Let's get it in. That's all. The Facebook is alive and well. Wanele says sounds good. Video, bro. Wanele, what are you seeing? Are you seeing stream is starting? Let's try this. Oh, there's that beautiful chat showing up there. Can you hear? Can you see this?
Masengiphumelele bazozwa ngami angikhanyiseni sebumnyameni angisabiseki
perfect
angisabaleki
Danke Wanele uthi YouTube
babethi impumelelo iphunyukile bengabona ukuthi owami umkhuleko ukhuphukile buka manje sengiyile namezami seyivukile sihlakulile lamaphupho yikho manje sengivuyile I came up from the belly of the beast yeah ngathola impumelelo in the streets yeah I was on them beats yeah bitch I was in the building they threw me up I landed on my feet yeah they couldn't believe it I was barely breathing they thought I was dead so how could I believe it how could I even be fly enough to reach that height ay manje ngakazile ngathi ngipiko bebefuna ngifukuza ziluko bonke abathakathi bathi ngwinilo vuka njalo ekuseni ngidlibilibo khosi sikelele izinja zami cela uthethelele nezitha zami sebekhuluphele bebedla ngami mase ngiphumelele bazozwa ngami angikhanyiseni sebumnyameni angisabiseki angisabaleki angikhanyiseni phume emnyameni angisabiseki angisabaleki wangena umalunge awungeke balunge awubheka umlilo ngiyawuphemba ngibapheke ngibephule ngumpethe kulomculo ikhehle lomkhulu nina nibomama niphilela uthetha mna nirepha kakhulu khumbula ngisakhulu ngikhulekele ikhaya elikhulu ngakhula ngayikhomba egoli ngikhanukela ukhafula bengihleka bethaye ngikhulu bengenayo i-apple abazi ngatshela isithelo ngilindisihlahla esikhulu finally years later my raps are a movement I'm denying you damn haters the chance to rebuke it I'm building this music look I'm spitting the blueprint if killing cats is a language let's up a chat cause I'm fluent nina ngisapusha malabel mina ngiphandela ukubakisbaye school ipifo singayihlephula ngizoqhutha impiko ze-Red Bull mafasa uplug inhlontsha amacable khosi sikelele izinja zami cela uthethelele nezitha zami sebekhuluphele babedla ngami mase ngiphumelele bazozwa ngami mithi angikhanyiseni sebumnyameni angisabiseki angisabaleki angisabiseni phume emnyameni
I see all your comments out there. Big shout out to the Marshall gang.
angisabaleki
Bang. Live concert.
coming to you live from a great place. They associate my name with a great face. I got that kind of bread with that fresh baked taste. It ain't a lot of rappers in the same space. I'm G-O-A-T. You know my people are too woke. They put me up with 2 P-H-C. I'm not ashamed no more, I don't rap. But if I never was, this wouldn't be no fun. So angikhanyiseni sebumnyameni angisabiseki angisabaleki angikhanyiseni phume emnyameni angisabiseki angisabaleki
Angikhanyiseni sebumnyameni angisabiseki angisabaleki angikhanyiseni phume emnyameni angisabiseki angisabaleki Hey, what's up, Killers Nati family? Umaraz alone. It's another beautiful Monday. We're beginning another week. Thank you so much for joining us, Namhlanje. Thank you for starting your week with us, as you always do, man. 5 to 6 a.m. Mondays to Fridays. Over the last weekend, I hooked up with some friends digitally for the very first time. You know, people have been telling me about Zoom, and I just felt like, yo, I'm not gonna try it. But eventually, I tried it, and we had a bit of a hangout session. It was myself, M587, and M2 Kane. And we were just talking about, man, you know, sometimes around this time of year, it's so easy to feel like you haven't accomplished anything. I can't imagine how strong that feeling would be in 2020. Instead of worrying about, oh, I didn't do enough this year and just throwing in the towel altogether, maybe do a portion of what you wanted to do. If you start trying, by this time of the year, you might actually be inspired enough to realize that you still have more than enough time to achieve that goal. And if you don't, you'll still be well on your way towards it. There's still a lot that can be done. There's still a lot that you can do. There's still a lot that can be achieved. Go out there and get it. Hey, what's up, Killers Nati family? Umaraz alone. It's another beautiful Monday. We're beginning another week. Thank you so much for joining us. Namhlanje. Thank you for starting your week with us. We are live. Call me right now at 068 041 8662. That's 068 041 8662. Talk to Maraza on stream. Babethi impumelelo iphunyukile bengabona ukuthi owami umkhuleko ukhuphukile buka manje senguyile namezami seyivukile sihlakulile lamaphupho yikho manje sevunile. I came up from the belly of the beast, yeah. Athola impumelelo in the streets, yeah. All the shit that dropped there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Here we go. They gon' act like they don't know. Kill the show. Get the bag and bag your hoe. Yo ho! Pull up to the federal line. Sanmanan nonke. Oh hell yeah! It's been a hot minute. It's been a flaming hot minute. Okay, Corobella. Like bating at Malingisi Corobella. Mo Mandela, get Pogo Bella. I'ma catch your body to see Mo Mandela. Corobella. What's going on, everybody? Corobella. Bating at Malingisi Corobella. Mo Mandela, get Pogo Bella. I'ma catch your body to see Mo Mandela. I Kama Sutra the planet. Bazooka my neighbors. I give these dudes hella damage. Do it in view of my haters. I make it rain. Cover the change. Let's on some main. Click on your man. I go insane. I go insane. Remain the same through all the uthi usifisa okuhle king sinje ngale ndaba baba. Billy angisabaleki seza usiboniso xaba. Bese bayalandela bebeningi usiboniso xaba uthi wow. I don't know, but I ended up reacting nangenhliziyo baba. Thanks for the music. Says usiboniso xaba all the way on Facebook. Bese ukuthi PM Fetele uthi Razo 5 flame emojis. Mina I'm busy waiting on the wrong stream. Khuluma ngedwa. Hey Maraza says usiyabonga. Okay, hold on. I need to figure out what stream is that. I think are you on like the old stream? It is so weird. I'm in your propella. I'ma catch your body to see Mo Mandela. I've been running in the streets. Got you sticking to my cleats. Got your mommy in the sheets. Hey. Pass that to the team. Yeah, I think that's better. Get all my face in there. The one I showed you, you see. It's the craziest thing. So, someone was asking me not too long ago, why are you not scheduling your streams? So that you can get more viewers. And I was like, you know what? The way that I stream, right? the way that I stream makes it very difficult for me to schedule. By the way, if you are on Instagram right now when you're watching, hello, what's going on with you? Okay? The better experience is on YouTube and Facebook, without a doubt. That's with minimal, not even minimal, that's zero doubt. But you do have quite a nice angle there. See that? Look at that. Look at that yellow light there. And, well, it's supposed to be orange. Change the battery. Continue Canon. All right. We on. It says it's Tembi, so on Facebook, finally appearing on the live chat the way that I'm used to it. We on. It's Pilioni, Minabuga Raza live. Damn, says Ulenox Shipalana. Kuqala kunjani bhuti nani nonke bakangwane. Yes, done set. Kuqala kunjani bhuti nani nonke bakangwane. Siyaphila mfowethu sasingeza kuwena for you out there in Swaziland. I think it's a beverage. But yeah, man, if you tuned in on Instagram, so let me see. Yeah. So this is what Instagram is seeing. All right. And then my Facebook and YouTube people who are where the full experience definitely is are watching everything else. Facebook is now almost 3 times the viewership of YouTube. Kwanele Sigo says Twitter Live is boring. Now I prefer the tube. Indeed. The angles in one collage is dope. Braylo, that's okay. That's really good to know. That's really good to know because I was a bit worried. You know what I think I could even add with that? We'll see. Lennox Chipalana says, I'm glad you're back, Raza. Bonke who just tuned in. For all of the people viewing at the crib and Ekaya, Njenga Manje, Sanmonani Batanda. Wait, let me do it this side. Sanmonani Babugeli Bagiti, Sabeni Bonke Chigelele. Lopam Gwinus Pamanda, Mlongo, aka Maraza, aka. Umchito ngagaze thola ingoma yakhe yodwa no AKA wagcina feature issue yabangani baka AKA. Big shout out to everyone who's tuned in right now. My name is Maraza. It is the Grassroots Live. Where we tune in and listen to your music, undiscovered, unreleased, and we give you our feedback. Thank you so much for tuning in. 7 p.m. Let's just pretend that it's not 8 p.m. right now. 7 p.m. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Every single Monday, there is new content that drops on YouTube. Every single Thursday, there's also new content that drops on YouTube. And then every single Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday is a brand new live stream, with additional content as well. Yesterday, we released the official live performance of Angisabaleki. Many of you were watching it. And on Thursday, there's a special video that's dropping. It's already set up for premiere. So please consider subscribing. Like this live stream right now. Send your comment. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And share with friends and family. Let's grow this thing because the bigger it gets, the more I will be able to... Oh, we're in a chat and chill. Let's see what the chat is doing. Let's see what the chat is saying. If you are on Instagram, I assume you're still seeing this much. Nope. By the way, yeah, Insta, please, go to YouTube or Facebook. By far, a better experience. All right, let's see what the chat is saying. Winkunzi Raza says 2 bars, the third. This is fire. Masia, Spanner Gang, I assume that you're talking about the collage. Facebook should actually be triple the YouTube views. Yeah, it should be. I had a lot of people who came in early on. It seems like Facebook people don't want to watch the countdown. Facebook people don't want to see the placeholder that says the stream is starting soon. Wala Baba says, Job Mclean. Sure, you got 4 cameras in studio. Or you on Zoom in because you're live here on Facebook, IG, Twitter, and YouTube. Say, struggling to understand what you mean, but yes, I do have 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras in the studio right now. Can you drop that shit? I love it. I'm so forgetful. I still haven't put that thing in. Because what we're using now is a new thing. So let me show you. This here. This is where all my sound effects are. It's called the Elgato Stream Deck. So this is the... We are live. Call me right now on 068 041 8662. That's 068 041 8662. Talk to Maraza on stream. Indeed. I can also send a tweet from here. I just tweeted that we're live, and I'm about to tweet again. And I just tweeted that you can call me. The tweet is going to be saying exactly this. We are live. Call me right now on 068 041 8662. That's 068 041 8662. Talk to Maraza on stream. Indeed. So that's what I'm using to trigger all of those things. Big shout out to Pelazino, Zino, Psycho Flavor. Umaraza did online shows before COVID. You are fire! What are you playing? Ngiyabonga mfethu. Props is due. But I did the live streams before COVID. And you know what? It's true. How do we send the music? marazalivestream@gmail.com. Can I ask Bafo, why are you not streaming like you used to? Done set. I'm going to tell you, actually. Zigote SA says, what's good, Lapo? Oh, I just remembered. You sent me oh, shit. Zigote, I'm so sorry. You sent me a WhatsApp, and then I saw it, and then it got buried in other WhatsApps, and I thought I was going to respond to it. Unfortunately. I'm going to get back to you. But if it was about a song, yes. Yes, of course, yes. Duncan Rutmane says, there's actually a lot of things that I need to explain, and I don't want to give away too much of it because it's all coming up in the very first episode of my new show titled The Life So Far. It's on that sofa right there. So it's it's the live sofa. It's filmed on the sofa behind me, which I'm going to show you just now. Let me just play this thing so that you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. This shit. Here we go. Check this out, my people. Big shout out to Rugby God in the building. Big shout out to Rugby God, a.k.a. Dion van Vuren, friend of mine, all the way from Limpopo. Great dude. Great Destiny player. Team Solar all day. Shout out to the Marshy gang. We in the content coming up next week, Monday. The week after that, Thursdays. Every single week between Monday and Tuesday, you're going to be seeing consistently incredible new content, including my new reality/lifestyle show titled The Life So Far. Listen, chair. This is a space that I create. The share chair. This is a space that I created to help me speak about things that affect my life in a deep way. The reason I separate these from the life sofa is actually part of what I'm going to talk about today. This is a topic that affects my life constantly. I think having safe spaces is very important. When I was young, I had a diary. That diary was never about my good days. It was about my bad days. And when I'd have the bad days, I'd write on that diary. I'm going to let it play a couple times so you can try to figure out.
This is a space that I created to help me speak about things that affect my life in a deep way. The reason I separate these from the life sofa is actually part of what I'm going to talk about today. This is a topic that affects my life constantly. I think having safe spaces is very important. When I was young, I had a diary. That diary was never about my good days. It was about my bad days. And when I'd have the bad days, I'd write on that diary. The share chair. This is a space that I created to help me speak about things that affect my life in a deep way. The reason I separate these from the life sofa is actually part of what I'm going to talk about today. This is a topic that affects my life constantly. I think having safe spaces is very important. When I was young, I had a diary. That diary was never about my good days. It was about my bad days. And when I'd have the bad days, I'd write on that diary. The share chair. This is a space that I created to help me speak about things that affect my life in a deep way. The reason I separate these from the life sofa is actually part of what I'm going to talk about today. This is a topic that affects my life constantly. I think having safe spaces is very important. When I was young, I had a diary. That diary was never about my good days. It was about my bad days. And when I'd have the bad days, I'd write on that diary. The share chair. This is a space that I created to help me speak about things that affect my life in a deep way. The reason I separate these from the life sofa is actually part of what I'm going to talk about today. This is a topic that affects my life constantly. I think having safe spaces is very important. When I was young, I had a diary. That diary was never about my good days. It was about my bad days. And when I'd have the bad days, I'd write on that diary. Spillion! We are live. Call me right now on 068 041 8662. That's 068 041 8662. Talk to Maraza on stream.
Indeed. What do you guys think this is about? The share chair. So the share chair is a portion. The share chair is a segment of my new show titled The Life Sofa, aka The Life So Far, as in my life up to this point. So that space, that show in itself, can I just hold on? So Zigote Ongbuga. Young boy to say I was a shy white balancing. We are live right now. Spillion. We are live. Call me right now on 068 041 8662. That's 068 041 8662. Talk to Maraza on stream. Let me tell you. So big shout out to Zigote. Zigote was a cameraman at the old show that I used to work at. Well, I still do some work for them every now and then. Kelezanati, big shout out to Kelezanati, major friends of the live stream. We appreciate you. Follow them on Instagram and Twitter at GN_SABC1. That's on Twitter, and at Kelezanati_SABC1 on Instagram. Shout out to at Zigote_SA as well. He was a cameraman, old friend of mine from Forefront. He was cameraman, and I remember they were filming me around the country. and I'd hear him, no school, masibhekene nathi school. A homie of ours called ulokungani Siphiwe. Simphiwe. Siphiwe. Simps. That thing is no longer focused on me now. Little bastard. Alright. Instagram, you're probably seeing a blurry video right now, but it serves you right. You need to be watching this on YouTube anyway. Big shout out to Sims. And Sims would be teaching Zigote as well how to, how camera work works. And I was picking up a few things as well. So everything that you see right now, everything that you've seen is created and run by myself with no one else. Nobody else. That show that you saw, the big shout out to all the people who are showing so many I almost said so many loves.
What? What the fuck?
Kwezogamanxa kwehora lesishiyagalombili izindaba zeMasha News nizilethele uSiphamandla. Isingisi sangihlupha kodwa ngisasikhuluma mhlongo. Umethuli wezinhlelo ezibukhoma ezenzeka kuFacebook, Facebook nakuTwitter kanye nalezi ezinye izinto eziwu-2 ezifana noFacebook noTwitter engazazi uMalaza uphinde kwamenza futhi lokho mhlezana ekhincwa amagama nokuzigqaja kwakhe kokuthi waqala ama-live stream iCovid ingakangeni abanye sebeyalandela ngoba sebekopela njengoba sebengenala i-choice. Kumphindile lokho uSiphamandla Maraza wakamhlongo ukhohliwe ukuthi umhlongo wazama ukufumbatha isingisi ngesandla kanti isona somqupha ngenqindi. Igama elithi mqupha alikho kepha ngendlela sekhulume ngaso ngalo isingisi nesizulu sakhe sesithengeke silokhu sibukeka sibhedwa wena thina sesiyahamba. KwezeMasha News ngizonilethela zona sezigcwele hleza nephinda futhi uSiphamandla isingisi sangihlula kodwa ngisasikhuluma mhlongo ebheda phambi kwezwe lonke.
Oh, I'm no longer live on Insta? Okay. That thing is broken anyway.
Mommy might be fly, but she still need a Superman. Curving all the angles, I might fly up with an angel just to prove I am a god. Talk about me on the pulpit. All these hating niggas never do shit. I remember when my sneaker budget was a shoestring. Now I'm speaking Ricky with the chickens, they say ooh-wee. As soon as a nigga touch down, Draco with the cooler, they be tryna bite the sound. The game has gained a level ever since I've been around. I'm way up and I'll be damned if a nigga touch ground.
Yeah, yo, what's up?
Yeah, yo. Yeah, yo, yeah, yo. Yeah, yo, yeah, yo, yeah, yo. Yeah, yo, yeah, yo, yeah, yo. Yeah, yo, yeah, yo. Okay, me nang telling you with the malam. Me she see God, I'm a langa. Okay, pushing out the barrel, yeah, these are me the power in the truth. I feel like I just hopped out of the parliament. Bitches politicking, go pop and you bend it. I'ma need a nigga off my case and off my put you mende. Minanginas cut so bumping good mende. But we can take it outside, let the hood see. Bring your brisket and your chuck and I go Bruce Lee. If I killed a nigga now I wouldn't lose sleep. So rappers might die if we do meet. I heard you run for 14 days, but still your bars are too weak. I couldn't see your future, it's too bleak. Tell him I'm the king of the loose leaf. These are my confessions, I get on and let the truth speak. Okay, you push my lung.
Yeah, way. Ballin', baby.
Put me blessing. So tell him put my lung. You know what bleeding. Bizo cousin, I was born ready. Okay, me nang tell you to blah my love. Spinning shit she got.
Yeah, way.
I'm a langa. Somebody should have told you that I'm a bad, bad man. Somebody should have warned you that I'm a bad man. Okay, I bust out the piano, put my niggas on payroll. We made it out the ghetto, niggas hating every day though. She know the swag is nuevo, popping for pennies and pesos. Your main no fuck with the manos, so fuck all your innuendos. You know what's kung fu when I rap full shit, baby. I'm gonna come through, I'm through you like a bullet through. Sitting there looking at the cool. Soon as a nigga touchdown, straight with the cue on every trying to run the show. We ain't gotta tell them cause we know.
Oh yeah, they know we yeah.
Drippin' sweat, cool, let it flow, yeah. Billion, top of how we came in, yeah, we own. We do the deal, we dance to the band. Okay,
LTD, don't leave, bro. Don't leave.
I was born ready.
Okay. Ah, damn it. All right, cool. I see you. Back to the comments right now. So much love coming from so many different angles. Big shout out to everyone who's persistently viewing on Facebook. Kingsley Mtabela says, I swear this is my joint. Twasa RSA says, I want to send my song. How do I do that? Maraza livestream at gmail.com. Jay McKnight, all the love from Emandeni. Million Razak say, Razak it, Unchele fit, Ganti, Unanga fit. I was like, say, Razak fit, Unchele fit, Ganti, Unanga fit. Let me show you guys what the Facebook Shandy is looking like. Like, say, Razak Unchele fit, Ganti, Unanga fit, because you've been this young since forever, Yebo. Farrell wazini uFarrell. And lastly, I wish I to, as an artist, what other things do you do to keep the bag coming in? Oof. I want you to hear that because that's how rough it is. Oh my God, it's so bad. I didn't realize it's this bad. Okay, cool. I'm gonna switch back from this. What the hell is your problem, Google?
I'm not sure, but I'd like to get to the bottom of it.
What? What the fuck?
Google, why do you always do this? Oh, now when I talk to you directly, you don't answer. Okay, Google. How can I turn you off?
To turn me off, at the bottom right, tap the compass. Then, at the top right, tap your profile photo or initial, then Settings, and then Assistant. Under Assistant Devices, choose your device and turn off Google Assistant.
Alright. What other, especially in hard times, since there's no gigs and not much going on? I'm going to answer that the best way I know how. Hey. Come on, man. Stupid phone. Yeah, listen, it's still a mess. I've accepted that I actually don't have enough space to clean up properly. Oh. Look at that. This right here is an award. Let's talk about that. So this, for anyone who doesn't know, which is most of it, it's an award from Slicker on Life, an amazing initiative. It's called Verse of the Year, and that's the award show dedicated purely to hip-hop verses, or verses from hip-hop musicians and hip-hop music. From hip-hop musicians and hip-hop music. Damn it. And I won this for a verse I did on a song of mine called
Black Skin, aka Pick and Pay the Price. It's a song I dropped in 2017. This award is really, really special to me. A lot of people might not think that this is a special award. For instance, think about maybe, let's say, Casper, aka or Questa on STC. Those guys have won huge awards. Some of them have won BET awards. I'm not sure, have they? They've definitely been nominated for BET awards. They've definitely won lots of other awards within Africa. They've won Sama Awards, Metro FM Music Awards. I've never come close. I've never even been nominated for those. But it's so important to understand that just because something is small in relation to someone else's goals and achievements doesn't mean it should start being small to you. This is a tiny award for a lot of artists, but for me, it is huge because it validates so much of what I do. Besides it being, an award about a verse, which is very important to us as rappers. It's such a huge thing for me because it is my first award. I've been nominated for awards before, and it's for something that every single rapper wants to achieve, which is having the best verse of the year, or the best verse of whatever time period, or the best verse in an album or in a feature. If I was to start now, looking at this award on the scales of other people, I'd honestly, I wouldn't appreciate it as much. And I really appreciate this. So, the lesson for this week, personally, I just feel like we need to get ourselves reacquainted with our own standards and our own achievements. Do not look down upon what you've done. Do not look down upon what you've accomplished just because someone else has accomplished a lot more. Your journey is your journey. Look at what's going on right now with the coronavirus. Everyone is stalled. Everyone is just stagnant. There's not much that we can do. None of us can effectively leave the house for fun and games. You can't travel to another province unless it's for tragedies like funerals. So we've been ground to a halt and humbled so much. At the end of the day, we can all be brought down by something as small as a virus. A virus is microscopic, but it has put countries on hold. It has put careers on hold. It has ruined and ended careers. So just because something appears to be small doesn't mean that thing's impact is the same as its apparent size. Because its apparent size is based on who's looking. The coronavirus, to my eyes, is tiny and microscopic. Even though we can't see it, it is currently bigger than all of us. So be proud of yourself, man. Be happy for you and measure your achievements based on your scale. And trust me, there's always some achievement to measure. Don't become stagnant, don't become lazy. But right now, when everyone is sitting at home doing absolutely nothing, whether they want to or not, looking back at some of the things that you did achieve before this time can really help keep your spirits up while we wait to navigate out of this incredibly dark period we are all facing as a human race. I really hope that you can look back at the things that you've done. Passing grade 1, that's a big achievement. Maybe some of you learned to drive, got your license, that's a great achievement. You didn't learn to drive, you didn't get your license, but you're still alive. When we've lost so many people along the way, that's another achievement. Remind yourself that you're worthy. Remind yourself that you're capable. And then, when this is all over and we go back out into the world, you'll be ready to face it head on and achieve even greater things. And they can become even greater if you continue to measure them by your own standards. Alright, I love you all, and yeah. I really should clean up them.
Oh na na na, yeah, Raza, spill it on, spill it on. See, I go tell you my story. I came for the glory. I came in the back of a lorry. Tell them I'm sorry. I can't really listen to your opinions. They phone me 3 times for me. Your chick might score me, but 12 times out of 10 the bitch might bore me. And then she try to call me. The devil wears horns. Me a person in the club like damn, I get corny. Then she said she's lonely. She needs some consoling. She gon' be my only and only tonight. I said I'm horny, I'm horny, I'm horny. I'm hoping you know I'll be horny for life. Yeah, that's how the cookie grumble. Make moves, don't ever fumble. Keep Mandelas in a bundle. While it look like a jungle, I never stumble. She call me Chris, let's ride for a minute. I know these niggas might jog for a minute. Let me take it to the top for a minute. Won't stop cause we're winning. Got my pockets on spinning. Choose your papaya. Come choose in my mind. I hope you do, don't drop by. Tell her to look papaya. Live my life high to prove that I'm fly.
Yeah. Indeed, sorry, Danset. I'm gonna answer your question right now. Big shout out to the new sub, man. Big shout out to the new sub. Yeah. Asanda Kati has just subscribed. Or has just followed. I think Asanda just followed me on. Nope. All right. So I'm gonna start with the harder question, which is Dunset. Dunset asked, "Why have I not been streaming?" All right. So my good friend Rugby God, aka Dihan. Well, his name is Dihan, aka Rugby God, but you know, Team Solar Gang, we call him Rugby God. On Destiny, by the way. Right here he says, share chair, hashtag share chair, hashtag safe space. Stay the way you are. You are amazing and you help so many people by doing what you do and by sharing your experiences with everyone. Thank you for everything. Dihan, thank you so much. All the way from Limpopo, Polokwane. What he's talking about is my openness with some of the things that I struggle with. And one of my biggest struggles is with my mental health. I don't want to go into too much detail right now. However, in fact, I think I have something that properly sums that up. I'm going to play something for you that I think says it properly. Because I don't want to speak too much on it. And the reason I don't want to speak too much on it is because it is coming, it's the subject of the upcoming episode.
Pull up to the bendo like whoa, flexing and finessing at the show.
Hey, V-Art Media, thank you so much for the £25 donation. £25 all the way from V-Art Media, V-Art Media Music Global. Please do subscribe to my homie. He's an incredible rapper. He's an incredible videographer. He resides in the United Kingdom right now. We thank you for investing in yourself, thereby investing in all of those you give knowledge to. Keep it up, my brother. Thank you so much, V. I truly appreciate it. The £25.
Flexing and finessing at the show.
Very generous of you, my dude. If you would like to support, just like V-Art right now, you're absolutely not required to, but it helps keep things going. Someone asked, how do you bring in the bag in such tough times? Well, there's not much that can be done, but, even though funding this is my responsibility, but if any one of you feels like they enjoy this content enough that they want to support to keep the stream going, please feel free to donate whatever you'd like to donate using YouTube's super chat feature,
or you can go to marazamc.tv, so you can donate via PayPal, credit card, whatever is the case. You absolutely don't have to. I did not ask VR to do it. He did it because he wants to. And if you feel like you'd like to support the stream in that way as well, then those are the options that you have. But never forget, your viewership alone is more than enough, because I love the companionship just as much as I love the streaming. Back to Dunset's question on why I haven't been streaming as much. And for that, I am going to switch to this little video and then give you guys a mini explanation immediately after. Big shout out to Geleza Nati. We premiered this a few weeks ago as part of our Monday motivation thing. So check this out.
Young Tune on the track.
Hey guys, today I just wanted to have a real talk conversation. No fancy editing, no special effects, just you and me one-on-one talking frankly and openly and truthfully to each other.
Pretty ugly.
Over the last few days I've been depressed. I remember there was a time when it was very hard for me to say that. It's still very hard for a lot of people to say that, especially young men from my background, because we have this incredible expectation to be strong and to quote Indoda Aikali, which I think is incredibly detrimental to who we are and for our progress, and is part of the reason why so many young men are so angry these days, and they're doing bad things because of that anger. Ironically, I think there's very few things that require as much bravery as facing depression and being honest about it, because it's your own personal hell. You know, you could be having the best years of your life and everyone around you is actually envious and just like, oh my God, you know, things are going so right for this person, and everyone around you would see it except you. If that's not hell, I don't know what is. And so many people have lost the fight against depression. Robin Williams, Philip Seymour Hoffman. To live with depression and anxiety and still carry on choosing to live, I think is a lot harder. And if you're out there feeling the way that I feel, you can often feel guilty. And I used to. I'm grateful I have a great support team around me, whom in my darkest times, sometimes I fail to even see them. But at least they know that deep down I know they're there. I need you to understand out there that it's okay to not be okay. You know, we have this thing where we greet each other. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. That's exactly how it goes. And we accept that we're not really asking how you're doing. We're just keeping up the courtesy. And you're not really answering how you're feeling, how exactly you're doing. You're just responding to the courtesy. If someone says, hi, how are you? And you say, I'm not okay. My world is breaking down right beside me. More often than not, they're not going to know what to say. It's going to be like, well, that's not what cool, sorry, it's not why I was asking how you're doing. It's not like I wanted to know. But what I wanted you to know out there is that if you're feeling like you're selfish because there's so many people around you who are offering you their love and their support, and it doesn't reach the place that it's intended for, which is your heart, don't. You're not selfish. You just have a mental health issue. You're not crazy. You're just depressed. And it does not last forever. Of all my years dealing with depression and anxiety, I used to think, oh man, happiness doesn't last forever. And then recently I decided, wait, the same can be said for depression. You could look at it and say, happiness doesn't last that long because the depression comes in. Or you could look at it and say, the depression doesn't last that long because the happiness always comes back in. And just by having this conversation with you guys, as impersonal as the internet might be, I already feel a lot better. It'll probably change as soon as I get up from this chair. But I want you to know that for this brief moment, knowing that you're watching this and you're listening, I feel a lot better. And I'm hoping that you watching this feel like you're not alone, because you're not. Not even in your own life, in your own neighborhood, are you alone. You just might be the only one who's willing to admit it. So many of us go through this, and healing can never ever begin without a diagnosis. And a diagnosis is not a death sentence. Diagnosis is not a prison. You can't get out of this. You might get back into it, but you can always get back out again. And I'm not going to keep lying to myself and saying that I'm not in the hole, but I'm also not going to stop fighting to get out of it. And when I'm out of it, those are the days that matter. I wish you all nothing but love and happiness. And if you ever need someone to talk to, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m., I'm streaming live. And on Fridays, on Gelazanati. Love you all. It has to be, and hands down, one of the hardest things to do as a black man, especially as a Zulu black man, because that experience is one I can definitely speak from the most. Because of the idea that, a strong man, a real man, does not cry, which is one of the dumbest things ever. My friend Zigote and I, we used to always make these jokes to each other, like, when someone does something bad, someone messes up, makes a mistake, we're like, this is why your father died and left you, because you're pathetic. Your father hated you so much. You were so useless that your father died so that he doesn't have to stick around and be with you, because you're a failure. Now, that's obviously jokes, but it's jokes about something that is very real. Because, I'd like to think I can speak for him as well in this regard, is that we both have daddy issues. We joke about it to shield ourselves from the pain and from having to admit that at 30 years old, I still don't understand why I had to grow up without a dad. And at least for me, it's one of the most significant hindrances in my life to this day. So, I have, and just the older I grow, every single birthday is a reminder. Every single birthday is a reminder that, damn, I wonder how old my dad would be. I wonder what he'd think of me now. By the way, YouTube has officially surpassed Facebook. So, the reason why I don't stream is there are three main reasons why I randomly don't stream. One, I am very insecure about the things that I do creatively. I always see flaws in my work. Always. Always. And if people tell me over and over that it's great, eventually some part of me starts thinking they're just saying it because they're nice. And I'm working on that. So I'll always do a live stream, go back and watch it and see 15 things that I wanted to do differently. I'm working on that. The second reason is it is very expensive, and recently, income sources have been cut down. So sometimes I don't live stream because, I need to ration the little money that I have left, because there's so many things that, so much goes into what you're seeing right now. Beyond just electricity, beyond data connectivity, beyond multiple cameras, there's also subscriptions to certain things and certain online services that I use to bring you this product on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram all at the same time. And then 3, by far the most important and the most significant reason is sometimes I don't feel like anything I do is worth it. Sometimes I don't feel like anything I do is wanted by someone, needed by someone. Sometimes I feel like everything I do is insignificant. And, sometimes I just feel like none of this is working. VR Media donated £25. Oh yeah, he just feels sorry for me. Oh, but that's not enough to keep a family going. Oh, but no one else is going to. Oh, and then at the same time you feel guilty. Did he feel like my speech made him have to do it? Oh, was he doing it because he feels sorry for me? Did I share too much? Depression and anxiety is incredibly potent in terms of holding us back. We often look at depression and anxiety causes suicide. And even though that's true, that is the ultimate worry. That is the ultimate issue with depression and anxiety, but it is by far not the only one. And it is by far not the most detrimental one. I'll tell you now, suicide is a terrible thing. And I really hope that none of you watching this ever feel like you don't want to be here anymore. And if you do, please don't act on it. Suicide is horrible because not only do you cut out your own light too early, but there's people whose lights you also dim by leaving their lives, no matter how unwanted you feel. Because I'll guarantee you right now, everybody loves somebody. And when you're in the hole of depression, you don't feel like that's true at all. But trust me, it is. What I would argue though that is more detrimental because it happens more often than suicide is depression and anxiety generally becomes social suicide and financial suicide. When you can't leave your house because you just can't. When you can't answer phone calls because you just can't. I don't even know how to explain it. When you postpone meetings or don't go to meetings and briefings because it involves two of the scariest things. One being outside of your comfort zone and your safe space, and being in front of people who will ask you what's wrong if they see that you're not okay, even though the last thing you want to try and answer is what's wrong, because you yourself don't truly know. That stuff is deathly. Tell you that right now. That stuff is deadly. And it's very unfortunate, Tuguti, we have those things happening. And I go through those things, dude, all the time. All the time. And it stops me from going live sometimes. What are you doing? So that's why I sometimes don't live stream. But I've been taking a lot of time to work on me, man. I've been doing a lot of accepting, a lot of conditioning myself to, no matter how hard it is, try and remember that it's not real.
That's the problem with depression. The smarter you are, or not even the smarter you are, let me say the wiser you are. And being wise comes with age, it doesn't come with intellect. The wiser you are, the more irrational depression seems. Because there's no real point to why you feel bad. And you know it. You know that there isn't, if you look at it, anything that's wrong is things that have been wrong for a long time. But suddenly they affect you more. They affect you like they just happened now. And you know that this is one, these are not things I can change. Two, they're not that big of a deal. But for some reason, they still feel like an entire building sitting on top of you every morning and making the act of getting out of bed, just that simple thing, making that simple thing feel like a soccer World Cup where I am the only person in the team and everyone who knows me knows I suck at soccer. So imagine how difficult that would be for me. Yeah. So sometimes I just feel like, it's not, I can't tell you why. I can't. I can't sometimes. I think that's the answer, Dunset. The answer to why I sometimes don't stream is because sometimes I just can't. I just can't. I don't know what it is beyond that, but sometimes I just can't. There's in this song Lost, where I say, why the fuck should I admit that I'm depressed when the game won't admit that I'm the best? Your favorite rappers won't admit that they're impressed. They always say they have the juice, but they won't tell you that I'm the zest. I'm not going to accept my depression because everyone else, there's everything else that I do that's good, no one else accepts. But who does that help? Accepting your depression is not for anyone but you. Always. And somewhere along that song I say, I had dreams of a rope. It was swinging from the ceiling. She and I would elope. I'm talking about a time when I felt suicidal. I think there was 1 or 2 times in my entire life where I've felt suicidal. And I guarantee you right now, that is not me. That's when I had to accept it, because suicide is not me. I am the furthest thing from a guy who wants to leave this planet. I go through a lot of hard shit. I go through a lot of hard shit. But there's people who go through worse, dude. I go through things that I know a lot of people wouldn't survive. But suicide, me, never. And it's for one simple reason. I don't want to not be here. I am so afraid of dying. And the biggest reason why I'm afraid of dying is because I don't want to not be here. There's too many things there's a lot on my shoulders, but a lot of the things that are on my shoulders, I am proud to be holding them up. So I'm not going anywhere. But I speak about that. I had dreams of a rope. It was swinging from the ceiling. She and I would elope. Thank God I called off the wedding. I didn't marry death. I had a date with destiny. She took away my breath. When I say I had a date with destiny, what a lot of people don't understand is it's obviously a double entendre. A date with destiny means you have things to achieve in life. You've got good things waiting for you down the road in your life. But the second entendre is, I'm literally talking about the video game Destiny. That thing saved my life. Because once I started playing that video game and started meeting people like Dion and Craig Bond from the UK and Steph Bond and Bone Crusher and so many other people from around the world, I realized that it's not a problem that's unique to me. Sometimes we need to come down and understand that we're not the center of any universe. We're one of the stars rotating around the same sun. We're one of the planets rotating around the same star. And take yourself less seriously. And that really helps calm things down. So that's it. To answer your question without giving away too much from what's coming up in the episode, that's really it. Depression, anxiety. Sometimes I just don't feel like anyone needs this. It's irrational, it's unrealistic, but yeah, that's just how it is for me sometimes. Let's check out what the Nomthandaza, welcome back. Our Lennox Mararaza announces at short notice though. I have an alarm set, but I ignore it these days. I'm so sorry, Ray. Kwanele Kapela says, wow, Facebook is dope. I never knew there were subtitles. We don't get that on YouTube. Indeed, Facebook really is dope. Please do check that out. Big shout out to everyone who's watching on Facebook, by the way. Family says, Nomthandaza, welcome back, love. A great topic we should discuss further, VR. Yes, we will. We've done it before and we'll do it many more times. Damn, saw this too. It's really hard truth, says Lennox. The whole of last week was my hardest week. Having to open up to my friends about it seemed hard until I had to let my little brother know about it. Shit made me cry. I literally broke down. LTD fresh. The thing with an old house with cracked walls. Big shout out to Spinks. He just started following. Show him some love. Spinks Face, another one of the great friends I met on Destiny. He's all the way from the UK, but currently lives in Denmark. To LTD. It is LTD, right? Yeah. You're saying you broke down. I feel like sometimes depressed people are like an old run-down house. Leaking roof, cracked walls, creaking doors, windows that don't close properly. Just cracks and cracks and cracks and cracks. Some houses cannot be repaired. And the longer you stay in that house, the more dangerous it is for everyone in and around that house. And the best thing you can do, not just for the inhabitants of the house, but for the house itself, is tear it apart. Break down like you did with your brother. Break down that house. Remove the window frames because they can be reused, but get rid of the glass because it's cracked. Remove the doors and the hinges because they can be reused, but oil the hinges so they can be smoother and less noisy. Remove the roofing. Take out the stuff that's too old and too broken to use. The stuff that's leaking with holes, patch up those holes. And the stuff that's good to use, keep it safe. Figure out what happened in the foundation of the house that caused that house to start getting those cracks. Figure out what happened in the maintenance of the house that caused those window panes to get cracked and broken those hinges to get rusty and seize. Get rid of all the bad habits that led to the house being in that state. Redo the foundation so that the house you build on top of that foundation once again is strong, not only for its own long-term existence, but so it can continue being a reliable shelter for everyone in and around that house. Break down everything else, rebuild. That house will become a much better version of the exact same house that was a danger to everyone inside it. We are live. Call me right now on 068 041 8662. That's 068 041 8662. Talk to Maraza on stream. Yep, that's what it is. Thanks a lot, V Art. LTD Fresh or anyone in the family here, I'm always here with an open ear to listen. Thank you, V. Sis Nomti Unjani says Dansit. Raza one time still flex on Facebook. Indeed. Let's check out what LTD Fresh is saying. Is on the line right now. You alive, Manje? What it do, Marsha?
Hey, Marsha, what's up?
I'm good, man.
Yeah. Are we?
What's going on, dog? We haven't spoken in a hot minute.
Yeah, it's been long for me.
It has.
You know what's now.
Yeah.
See what's happening.
Dude, I wanted to call you to check up on you, but then I also went into it as well. And, after the conversation you and I had, I didn't really want to come back to you now and be like, hey, I'm also feeling down now, because I knew you also had a lot to deal with. So I'm glad you came through out of it. But let me let you talk about what you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, because Nicole, I was checking up on you because this past week, to see if you're doing good and stuff like that, Javo.
Yeah, you did. You sent me a text a few times.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's proper, fam. Nicole and G, I just want to thank you, fam. Yeah, one of the days you helped me out because it's been hard.
Yeah, man. I completely understand, dog.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for that.
I completely understand. Thank you so much for allowing me in, bro, because it's so difficult. We have a lot of love for each other, but we've never even met. And it's all from this live stream that's been going on for just a few months. So things like these sometimes are very difficult to even open up to people to people at home. So it's even harder to open up to someone who you don't know as well. But I really feel like, the Marsha gang, especially everyone in that WhatsApp group, we've developed something really, really strong and really potent. And I appreciate you for just letting me in, because just by opening the door and letting me speak to you, I was able to share with you my experiences, and I'm hoping that made you feel like you're not alone, because you're really not.
It did, actually. It did. Because a friend of mine, when I was like down, I normally don't go to his house, but that day when I went there, it's like he saw that something is wrong. Then he came to visit me a couple of times. Then this one time he texted me, I think it was last week. He was like, I'm going to be honest with you. Actually, I'm not fine, because I can see that you're not fine. What's up? Then that's when I told him what I told my little brother.
Yeah.
So ever since then, I've been able to open up, because he told me like that he's been going through the same thing for the past 3 years and never told anyone. And I was like, how come I never saw that? Because he said he actually didn't want anyone to know that. He wanted to do it on his own. So he just told me, nah, you're not alone. It's on a part. But then just be glad that you opened up, because if you didn't, it was going to eat me up.
Dude, and it really would have.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate you taking the time to share, man. It's a very brave thing, and I really wish that more guys out there would start doing it.
And they should, fam. Because I won't lie. It's not easy.
No, it's not.
Easy.
No.
Some days are gonna be fine. Some days it won't.
Yep.
You might think you have a handle. You're gonna handle it at this moment. It can be like a whole week or a whole month. You're gonna feel fine. But then there's always gonna be that one day where you hit rock bottom.
Yes.
Always.
Yes. That's true.
But then don't hide your feelings. Never.
Never.
Mm-mm.
And I really feel like that's the one thing that really leads us to very, very bad decisions, like people deciding to check out of this lifetime, is that we hold it in, you know. I mean, I think even if you look at your friend, he noticed something was going on, he tried to visit you, but he was still not comfortable enough to actually straight up ask you the very first time he sees it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've become that person. I'm very annoying with my friends. Like, I'm just like, yo, are you good? You don't look good. Nah, I'm good. Are you sure? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying you don't look good is because I know you. Usually when this happens, you react like this, but today you're reacting differently. What's up? And then occasionally someone like, yeah, it's just been, you know, it's a tough day. And I know that people struggle to answer that question because that's the thing with depression. You don't know what you're going to say, like you're going to say is the actual problem. So in fact, you end up just being like, no, I'm fine. Don't worry, because you don't know how to answer. And I think we need to be a lot braver in how we treat our friends. We need to be a lot more aggressive in terms of telling our friends that we don't think they're fine, and this is why we don't think they're fine, and we want them to be open with us and let us know if they're not fine every single time. It's really, really important for us to reach out like that. And I'm glad your friend finally came around and reached out to you. And I'm hoping that, Doc, with time, as time goes on, I'm hoping you'll also be able to start reaching out by yourself, you know?
Yeah.
If you just like with me, if you just text me randomly, yo, what's up? I'll know. You don't even have to text me and say, yo, Raza, I'm feeling under the weather. Can we talk? No, sometimes that's very difficult to say. But as someone who I know is going through the same thing as me, as soon as you randomly text me out of the blue just to say hi, then I'll know. That's my cue. I call you, we talk. Maybe we don't even end up talking about the problem or how you're feeling, but just the conversation with someone outside of your own head, because that's where the biggest problem is. We get buried and locked up in our own heads, and we have conversations with ourselves, and we give ourselves the worst possible answers, and we make ourselves feel as worthless as possible, and then we act on that same feeling as if the entire world has agreed that that is the truth.
Yeah.
But I'm happy you feel good, though. I'm happy you felt good after. I'm happy you acknowledge that you won't always feel good, but you also won't always feel bad.
Yeah, because actually you paved the way. Once that day when you called me, you actually like lifted something like, no, I shouldn't hold it in. Actually, I should actually speak out, because it's like you were, when that a wrecking ball breaks down a building.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like you were breaking down that shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me to like at least open up to someone and speak.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Because you remember what I told you about my little brother.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was the hardest to tell them, though. It was.
Yeah.
It was like, because I remember when I was coming back from the gym last week, I was walking down the road alone, like, if you move around me, there's no one, and I'm walking alone.
Yeah.
That's how I actually felt, like I'm lonely. Like there's no one and it's dark.
Yeah.
I'm pretty lonely.
Yeah.
That's how you feel, actually.
That's true.
And it's a dark place, actually. Like, no, it's not funny.
No.
It's not fun. And they're always trying to break out that hole.
Yeah.
To climb out, trying to find that light, trying to find that peace, which is not easy to find, but then one day is one day.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, my brother. Look, you're saying I broke down the walls.
But just like every other wrecking ball, you can't just go in and demolish a building if the city doesn't give you approval. And I only managed to break down that wall because you allowed me to. So I appreciate you taking that decision for yourself to say, I'm going to let someone in because I can no longer deal with this entire thing just by myself. People don't understand, especially in the black community, as men, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen in the white community, but I know how we are in the black community, so I can speak mostly from that perspective. But naturally our families are not nurturing. We're not used to mothers and fathers just randomly telling their kids that they love them, randomly telling their kids that they are important, that they are worthy. And as a result, we feel like, because if you open up about your problems to your homies will see you as being weak. And that thing kills us. That thing is the destruction of black men all across the world, but especially in South Africa, where, manliness is such a misunderstood thing. And strength, we encourage people, take it on the chin, take it like a man. And what the fuck does that mean? Because I'll tell you now, dog, I cry a lot. And I feel like I take things like a man because I allow painful things to affect me. I allow myself to feel that pain. I allow myself to feel that sadness. And when it reaches a certain point, it all comes falling out through my eyes as a form of salt water. And after that, I feel so much better. I can reapproach that same problem without the same anger and without the same intimidation. And when you approach a problem like that, you're able to look at it rationally and you solve it much quicker. But the way we raise our boys right now, the way our boys were raised, especially when you and I were younger, was very, very detrimental to our mental health. And we're almost being set up for lifetimes like this, where we constantly battle our own significance and we constantly battle our own emotions. And something needs to change. And we need to be the driving force behind that change.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing that for yourself, bro.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks a lot, actually.
Yeah, Masha.
Yeah, now it's becoming too emotional now.
Why?
No, really.
Yeah.
Us just talking like this, I know it's helping someone out there, but us
That's
talking
true.
like this, it just became too emotional. Like, ish.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. I feel you. And you're working your way out of that. You're working your way out of that. It's going to take some time, but
it is.
eventually you'll be able to cry in public without feeling ashamed. And that's going to take a long time. Trust me.
It is.
Yeah, I am still working on it. But at least now with my immediate people, I've gotten to a point where with the people around me, I can start crying at any point and no one judges me.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good because they know he's going through something.
Yep, and he's letting it out. That's it.
Yeah.
Holding it in is worse than the shame that'll come from when you hold things up for years and then you finally explode on people who have nothing to do with it. That shame is far worse than the shame of crying.
Exactly.
Yeah. But my brother, I love you. I appreciate you. I care about you. And just please stay here. Stay here.
Thanks, bro. It means a lot.
All right, one time, Marsha.
Care about you, friend.
Cheers, bro. It's an old Maraza classic. Hey, Marsha. Says we must see you out there. Smuggle again.
group he keeps referring to. We've got another caller. You're live, no maraza njengamanje. Singakusiza.
Mswati.
Nanglo Mswati. Tofike Melika ngirepe ngeSwati.
Yeah.
Welcome to it. It is Bello Man, Mr. Bully on the line. Mfethu kunjani?
Angigrade kamanjani.
Ngimnanzi mfethu ngefa kuwe.
Hayi nami ngigrade futhi. I just ngijabulela stream ukuthi sibuyile back.
Yo man, let me tell you bro. Sibuyile in a big and better way. I'm not stopping now, not anymore. Especially, and I'm not stopping without telling you.
Yeah, that would be great, bro.
Naganjani dog, naganjani. Thank you so much for always supporting, even when I go on and off. And you tried to call me the other day. Yazi bengilele dog.
Yeah, I just realized that you were something.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I was fast asleep because I've been working on these things at night. So if anyone was tuned in yesterday on Instagram, I was actually testing this new configuration, that collage you were talking about. I was testing on Instagram around 4 this morning. And then I only went to sleep at like 8 a.m. and I just woke up a few hours ago. So yeah,
I've noticed because today namuhla mangivuka ngithole notification ukuthi you were live on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I assume with something begindega during the night.
So don't worry.
Yeah.
So you see, actually, this is a message to everyone else. If you ever see me live at like 3, 4 in the morning, that's maintenance. That's me checking the stream, fixing certain things, trying something new. So it's a test stream. If you want to come on, you can come on, but it's very boring. I don't talk, and I just keep changing angles and stuff. So it's just me working on the stream and doing maintenance, making sure that it's proper.
Yeah. That's great. It's understandable, bro.
Unjani mfethu, how are you? How is your mother? How's the family?
My family is okay, bro. But then, I can say I was relating to some of the things you said.
Yeah.
Because I've been going through some things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
you. I think you've noticed, Kuti, I'm no longer active on social media.
No, but I mean, I was seeing your campaign. It was going very well. Your campaign was going very well. Your Nanglo Mswati campaign.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, I haven't seen much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I managed like to come back with the challenge. But before that, I was quiet, bro. I was really quiet. A lot has happened, and it never changes learning or what. So, I can say I was also depressed. I had depression like long ago, maybe like early last year.
Yeah.
But I managed to go through it, maybe in some procedure. And then it carried on. Late last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to a therapist. Then
wow, you did?
Yeah, I did.
That's amazing, brother.
Yeah.
Black men are so afraid of doing that, myself included.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are avoiding that part, and it actually helps. It actually helps. The process might be slower, but surely it does matter somewhere. Because after I went there, it took me a while. It like distanced me from other circumstances that can get me into a breakdown. Some things like that.
Yeah, really, it really does.
It really does. It really does. Cause when I went there, like it was like out of hand. Which I also like had suicidal thoughts, things like that. And during by that time I was at school, bro. So it was too disturbing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. So during this time, I think 2 weeks back, something really happened. I can tell you that off the record.
Okay. Yeah, we can talk about it off air later.
Yeah. So the depression part just came back and approached me in such a way that I felt like I can give up on everything and everything. It came to a point like where I posted on my WhatsApp telling my followers that I will be not doing any comedy skits.
Because uzohlekisa kanjani abantu wena when you yourself are not in the mood to laugh, you know?
Exactly. It was fine. Like that.
Completely understandable.
Yeah, because I was also running out of content.
I feel you.
Yeah, because
we are live. Call me right now on 068 041 8662. That's 068 041 8662. Talk to Maraza on stream.
An unsigned deal, which is after this session, it made me feel better in such a way, which I won't ever try to commit suicide or approach suicidal thoughts because it's unworthy when you can look at it.
Yes, true.
Yeah, but at that time, I didn't even care about that.
Yeah.
I didn't even care about that unsigned deal that I made with myself. I felt like giving up on everything, bro.
Yeah.
Even everything that I worked for.
Man.
Yeah, so it was like that. So, yeah. And I also, it came in mind, maybe I should give you a call. You might know, how can I deal with this? Then I say to myself, maybe I'm calling a brother a lot. Let me just chill. You see?
No,
and then
I'm sorry, dog.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's like that. That's how I
understand.
felt.
I know. I'm saying I'm sorry you felt that way, you know? I understand that you don't believe it's true.
Yeah.
That's just how you felt. And I'm sorry you went through those feelings, man.
Hey, it's okay, bro. It's okay.
It doesn't have to be. That's the thing. It doesn't have to be. And I feel like, this is the first time you and I are talking about this. So maybe we need to I'll try and call you sometime when I'm free and we have other conversations. But you're the perfect example of why this thing is so dangerous, because on your Instagram, it seemed like everything was fine. When you and I were talking a few weeks ago, when we first started talking, and I was saying, and you were saying, how can you thank me? And I said, you must thank me with an award. You must thank me with a house for your mother.
Yeah.
You are a very positive person. You were always positive, and always looking at the bright side of things. So people can be shocked, and yourself too. You can also be shocked when you suddenly wake up feeling negative because of depression, and it can be difficult to understand. But that's what depression is. Depression doesn't make sense. Depression is not rational. Depression has nothing to do with whether you actually have problems or not.
Yeah.
It's worse when there are problems, but you can be having the greatest time of your life but still be depressed because to you it just feels like everything is going to shit.
That's true, bro. That's really true, and I can relate to what you say. I can be a perfect example of this because whenever, I feel like I'm too connected with the people that supports me in everything that I do.
I feel you,
so,
too.
yeah, if I ever see someone posting maybe about the depression and stuff, I immediately like run into that person and ask, "Oh, what's wrong? What's happening?" And maybe if like that person is not opened up enough, I can go and advise that person, which is, okay, please go and do this and this and this. It actually worked for me. And then that person will be surprised with it. So, like, Brilo, you always jolly and making us laugh. So you literally also go through these kind of things.
Yep.
And I said, yeah, it's like that. So
yeah, it's true. You might not think that Brelo goes through it because Brelo is always cracking jokes.
Yeah,
that's exactly how it is.
That's how it is, bro. Yeah. That's how it is.
I feel you, brother. I want to quote you something that I just saw now. A study that says, so from the Yale, there's a university called Yale, and researchers at the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence found that creativity is higher among people with certain psychological traits, which means artists are more anxious than people in other professions, but they are also better at coping with challenges, a new study finds. And I think that study is definitely true, and it's definitely right when it says we have more anxiety and we have more depression.
Yeah.
But and when they say we are better at coping with challenges, I think they're talking about just the challenges of life. But as artists, we struggle to cope with the challenge of our own insignificance, our own feelings of worthlessness, our own feelings of, not being enough, and especially our own mental health, like depression and stuff. It's a real thing, There's an incredibly strong link between someone who's really talented and someone who's really depressed. It really, really does happen. Some of my most favorite entertainers, some of the best artists I've ever seen, have lost their lives due to mental health. And let's say Heath Ledger, for one.
Yeah.
When he played the Joker. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Robin Williams, a comedian. One of my favorite comedians ever. Robin Williams was in the movie Jumanji, among others. Philip Seymour Hoffman was in the movie Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. And so many. Heath Ledger was the Joker in the Dark Knight. Artists who are really creative tend to struggle with depression and anxiety because we are so attached to our work. We're so, to someone who's not an artist, it just feels like, come on, it's just a song. You're like, no.
You see, there's more.
A song, it's a part of me.
There's more to that. It's not only just a song, bro.
It's a part of my soul in that song. So when someone says something about that song, they are saying something about my soul.
That's true.
And we can't just switch that off. I don't think you can be a great artist and not have that to some degree, to some level. So I understand why you're saying you're going through what you're going through. And I'm pretty sure that a large portion of my audience has that issue on different levels, But my man, just remember, dog, you're worthy. You're worthy, you deserve happiness, you deserve success, you are talented, and you have earned your right to be in this world. You have earned your right to be happy, and you must fight for that right. And I will join you wherever I can.
Thanks a lot, bro. I really appreciate that.
One time, bro.
It actually builds me up.
I hope so. And that's what we really need to do more of. This entire live stream for me is about helping to build young South Africans and anyone else around the world,
That's true, bro.
Yeah. But man, I appreciate you taking the time to call. I appreciate you watching. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, I also appreciate your good work, bro.
Thank you, dog.
Have a great night.
Nanglam swat.
Nanglo mswati.
Bitches wanna get they better right, rappers wanna fit they feet in my size. Everybody want a piece, nigga. Tell them please, mix my.
You're live. Njengamanje Nomaraza, what's up?
Yeah. You are speaking to me, so that I think you saw my names.
Miso.
Like.
No, actually, that true caller didn't show it. My bad, though.
Yeah. I'm
oh,
listening.
I saw your name on the chat.
Yes.
Yes. Were you not on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook right now.
There we go. Yeah.
Engiyaphila futhi.
Easy dog.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Since ngimamele lana explain about emotional, I've got like I wanna share my story. I'm 25, ne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hold on for me. V, I see your call. Please give me 2 minutes to wrap up talking to Miso and then call me back.
Yeah. I'm gonna wrap it up fast.
You're 25 years old?
Yeah, now I'm 25. You should see the the day before yesterday.
Yebo.
This thing like yenzeke ayikazenzeka kimi ne. Ngiphupha izinto ezazenzeka ngisana age boma 7 to 8 so ngisase primary school.
Yebo.
And it's a real thing ezazenzeka like when my memory like mismemorizer. I feel that bra like now I'm ngikhulile singiyakhona ukubona into right nento wrong because now I'm staying alone, I'm in Joburg, I'm independent, I'm working for my family now. So like ngivuka umoya wami ukhathazekile ngalendlela ukuthi bra I don't know ukuthi ngakhuluma noba because now I'm staying alone since kufike lesimo se-COVID-19 situation. Yeah, I've decided to move out. Ngarenta nje ngaphandle yabo. So I was like, lento ngayikhuluma noba I feel like I should speak out because izinto ezazenzeka lezi back in the days and like ngibuye emakhaya KZN kwamhlaba yalingana la ngibuya khona.
Yeah, so wena mina ngazalele eSteng ngazalele empangeni NPA.
Yeah. So
qhubeka futhi.
Lento bengiyiphupha into eyayenzeka bra like bebangihlupha back in the days ngikhulumile nabo sister bami edladla bengakhona ukuthi ukukhona umfana ongishayile esikoleni ngizoreporta kuba because I even nginale feeling ukuthi mengiya kubaba or umama avezi kungithatha the way lento yenzeke ngakhona umzali uzovela athi I know asamseyoxoxa lengane ngamakhelwane bayiqede bona ezabazali.
Yebo.
So ngikhula ngivaleleke nale yanto leya. So now mase ngihlushwa na amaphupho bra it is something to me. I was like ngitshela ukuthi njoba bengisakhula bengisentwana ngiyaxola izodlula but to me inalento ukuthi shuthi ayiphumile kahle lento. I should speak out or I should meet them and talk to them.
Manana mfowethu. Manana.
Yeah.
Yabona lento okhuluma ngayo njengamanje.
Yes.
I apologize to everyone who's listening. I'll try and break this down in English later on. Ungashintshi wena mfethu asikhulume ngalo lolu limi sikhuluma ngalo. Yabona into okhuluma ngayo. Yo, dog. Iyinkinga enkulu, iyingozi because it's one thing to teach young men that they have to be honest and open about their feelings now.
Yeah.
However, the damage of not being open and about your feelings back then will stay with you throughout. Mina mfethu ngizokutshela kugcwala umlomo.
Yebo.
Nginezinkinga eziningi ekuthenini esayidini lami lomndeni wami ngasesayidini likababa nomndeni wami esayidini likama akuzwana. And abantu abadala iphutha abalenzayo leli. Bayebethi mangabe kwenzeka izinto phakathi kwabo sikhona sizingane siyibuka.
Yebo but
bebone ngathi bona kumele belungise lezo zinto bodwa kuphela yonke into izoba right bekhohle ukuthi lezi zinto zikuhlukumezile nawe umncane.
And most of the time ithini sisalayo kuhamba bona and zisaziba umthwalo kuthini.
Ngoba makwenziwa makuba nenhlambuluko ekhaya egcekeni kuba nenhlambuluko uthothi umama noma mkhulu abazwani. Kwinhlambuluko yakhona uhlambulukelana bona bodwa. Anibizwa. Kodwa ngesikhathi bethukana bebethukana phambi kwenu.
And isele lento kunina.
Isele. Khathi bethukana bebethukana phambi kwenu. omunye engekho umamkhulu wakhe ekutshela indlela adakwa ngayo unyoko ubeka usho endlebeni yakho uzwa khathi ekushayela into encane ekushaya kakhulu ngoba nakho ucasulwe ubaba wakho ubekushaya emzimbeni wakho uzwa kepha mhlawumbe phakathi kwabo uma ngabe bona sebexolelana baxolelana bodwa ingane ayisabizo lapho engathi ingane sekumele ibone ukuthi senixolelene nina shuthi nami sekumele ke manje zonke izinto engayibona ezangihlukumeza ngaphakathi azisenzekanga. And it does not work like that. It never ever works in that way.
Kunzima.
Dude, mina ngazama ukuvimba izinto vethu eziningi like my mother was very physically abusive. Very. Umuntu bekeqwa hayi ngisho ukuthi yabona ukhona ukushaya udiscipline ingane thathe upini ulishayela esandleni. Bese kube khona ukushaya umuntu ugobhoze igazi ebusweni.
Bro, you know lento kubuya efamily nesithembu la ngibuya khona mina like ngiyathakathisana. I'm from that family, bro. Yes, my father like ubekane mize 3 eStenga naseDurban ngomhlaba yalingana whereby la ngibuya khona.
Hey.
Bro, I feel that pride even now umama akafuni ngihlale naye shoot like ingane zikama sonke thina ingane zama akafuni sibe seduze kwakhe because ubalekela le pain ukuthi nebamhlukumeza kuzo affecteka thina
nakho bese yakhohlwa ukuthi nina unyoko nisamdinga ayikubhlungu ikakhulukazi mangabe uyabona ke nje isithembu ke mfowethu mina angicabangi ukuthi isithembu siyinto embi kepha into engenza ukuthi mina ngithi angisoze ngaba nesithembu yize izenzo zakhona nezinto ezizenzayo einganeni uma wami mina excuse me wakhulela esithenjini
yebo
kuze kube namhlanje kuneyinkinga phakathi kwabo nabantu bakubo lezo inkinga lezo bese yisuka zehlele einganeni zabo mina there's a brother of mine his name is Usandile uzalo mamkhulu
yebo
lesizwana ngayo nalowo mjida lowo ungafunga ukuthi oma bethu nabo bahlezi bebelethene oma bethu abazwana ithina sakhetha ukuthi ngeke sina siqhubeze lento ekhona koma uma ungababuza bona ukuthi inkinga yapi kubi uma ungababuza bona baxatshaniswa yini ngaka bekutshela into esile
into ebufike ebhlungu emfoti thina esiphilayo no thina sabantu beculture ke ngeke ngithi ngubalekele lokho njengomuntu okuye emakhaya ne so most of the thing we must follow the culture. So if we forget our culture, ufica izinto zakho azisakhambeli kahle, ufundile na everything, but there is something ehlezi behind your shoulder. So it's a problem, it's a big problem. Like idinga ukuthi thina sikhona sibonayo lento le ingazifika enganeni zethu esizele.
Ngicela ungizwe
the direction.
Ngicela ungizwe kahle mfethu ngizozama ukunikeza umyalezo nemiyalo engizinikeza mina yona.
Thank you.
Umnyaka emngaki mfethu?
I'm 25 now.
Ngiyabonga. Uyisendele kayihlo. Whether ukhona empilweni yakho noma akekho okusalayo uyisendele yakhe isibongo sakhe sihamba nawe. Wena ozovusa umuzi wakhe nemizi yobaba mkhulu. Uma ngabe usuvusa leyo muzi indoda yalelo khaya wena. Ekhaya lakhe ubaba bengatshelwa. Ekhaya lakhe bekuyena owenza izinto bekuyena obekayo umthetho ukuthi kube nje yize eminye yaleyo mthetho leyo nginesiqiniseko sokuthi yakuhlukumeza ngoba ikakhulukazi kuthina abantu bakwaZulu uma ngabe sicabanga ubudoda sicabanga ukuthi ingane kuqondiswa igwegwe kuphela singakhumbula ukuthi ingane uqiniswa nenhliziyo uthandiswe nencasuko nokucasuka ukhuliswe uthando ukhuliswe ubele nobunene ukuze leyo ndoda leyo izokhula ikwazi ukuthi uma ngabe sekukhona amanye amadoda egcekeni awayo abafowabo akwazi ukuthatha izingane zabo abathande njengeingane zakhe ngoba esizulwini sethu esihle simangalisayo ubamncane wami ubaba wami ubaba omdala wami ubaba wami esingisini malume kuthina kuyena malume lo ubaba
I do understand
mdala so wena ngicela ungenzele njena ke mfowethu thatha isikhathi angazi noma khona lapho khonza khona
khona la ngikhonza khona mfowethu but ngumuntu ongalibalekeli culture ngiyathanda ukuligcina ngoba luyi direction
umsamo ubaleke kakhulu yikho ngithi khona lapho khonza khona ngoba ngifisa ukuthi hlale emkhulekweni zinikeze isikhathi ukhuleke ngithi khuleka ngoba angazi ukuthi edlozini singaya kanjani nayo lento and umsamo akuyona into engithanda ukuvele ngiyithinte nje sinoma kanjani ngoba
yeah khona noma ungeze uyithinte noma kanjani but ngumuntu obelievela khona ngoba ngibelieve ubungizwe ngithinta ukuthi culture it seems like sesilahlile iculture ingakho izinto zingahambi kahle
ngizweke futhi ukuthi ngithini ngithi mina thandaza uthandazile isibindi sokuthi ukwazi ukubhekana nabazali noma uba umuntu omdala emehlweni ucela ukukhuluma nabo umhlalise phansi ubhodle ngenhlonipho umtshela ukuthi umkhombisa ukuthi indawo yakhe uyayazi uyamnika yona mama ubaba ngiyohlezi ngiyingane yakho ngiyohlezi ngiyingane kuwena kepha emhlabeni njengamanje sengiyindoda ekubeni indoda kwami kunezinto enilindele ukuthi ngikwazi ukuzenza ningekho ukuze ngikwazi ukuzenza lezi zinto ningekho kumele siqale la ngosuku lukuthi ngonyaka ukuthi ngesikhathi sukuthi wenza ukuthi washo ukuthi kwangiphatha kanje wangaxolisa namanje kusangiphethe kabi asikhulume ngalokho
we can't live unattended stone
we can't uphinde udlule kuleyo uthi kulungileke nansi enye kwenze kanje nenza nje angikuthandanga ngenxa yalokho ukukhiphe konke
I feel like but Maraz I feel like yazi the way explain ngakhona kufuna noma sokuthi umuntu uyahamba uyashona ingamvaleli indlela lento ngoba manje it seems like I blockage omele ngijump
angithi ngikhulumela lokho ngoba into esibambezelayo iningi lethu labantu abasha ikakhulukazi endlini eminyama kwamageba ukuthi ziningi inkinga ezihlele emahlombe ethu ezadalwa abantu abangasisekho emhlabeni
ayo problem
ungavumi mfowethu ukuba omunye walabo bantu labo abazofica inkinga beyishiye beyidlulisele einganeni zabo wena njengobula thatha lezi inkinga ezihlele emahlombe akho mina kumanje nje ngizokutshela kugcwala umlomo nginesifisa esikhulu sokuba nomgcaco wesintu angikwazi ukuba nawo iwona mshado kimi lo iwona mshado baleke kunawo wonke ingubo emhlophe nesudu nani konke ngiyakubona kuhle kepha esigcawini sekunomabo sengishaye eyami ivunulo nami sengiqala ekhanda ngehla ngezansi embadadeni yami yonayikho ngekho yona into engiyifisayo ukudlula zonke ukungena esigcawini ngigide phambi kwezwe naphambi kwedlozi lami ngizisho ngikhombisa abantu ukuthi indoda kaMhlongo uNjomana kaMgapha uBhebhelazitha owaduka iminyakanyaka othi wesini watholakala indodana kaQhudi sivukile manje ayiselona itshwele nami senginomzamo ayikho into engifisa emhlabeni ukudlula leyo kepha ngeke ngikwazi mina ukwenza lokho ngingakashadisi umama nobaba ubaba kase
enye issue leyo ithintayo engafuni ukuya kuyo ngoba sogcina sikayiqede ile ndaba but kwamele vele ezinye izinto ngiyakuzwa mfowethu
ashiwa ubaba wami engayiqedanga zisemahlombe ami sesivimba mina ukuthi ngiqede lezi zinto lezi enginamandla okuyiqeda manje
nginesifiso ke mfowethu ukuthi ukwenza lokho ngoba nakithi sakhula kwisibonelo esikahle ukuthi sazi ukuthi indlela ibuzwa ngabaphambili
mfowethu nakanjani so yikho ke ngithi wena mfowethu ubaba wami ngokumazi kwami wayeyindoda eqotho wayindoda enhliziyo enhle waphucwa ithuba lokuqedela zonke izinto abemela ayiqede ngokuthi wathatha emhlabeni esemncane kepha ukuba waphila wahlala bezokwenza sekusemahlombe ami angimsoli ngikuphethe kepha ke ngithi kuwena mfowethu ngicela wena wenze isiqiniseko sokuthi awubi
yabona abazali
ushiyi inkinga uyishiyele izingane zakho
because uThixo ungiphila ithuba lokuthi ngizibone ngisaphila nami
ngibonga mfowethu ukhulile manje abazali bethu ikakhulukazi kwaZulu into ababuye behluleke uyi-understand ukuthi kuthiwa umzali akaphendule kuthiwa umzali awaphiniseli kuyena
islimazile kakhulu leyo
ngoba noma umuntu usungakwazi ukumyala umkhombisa ukuthi into ethile nethilo yenzayo ma i-wrong nasi sizathu sakhona akakulaleli ngoba wena uyingane
hlezi uyingane
kepha ukuze wena ube nokukhululeka empilweni yakho kumele uzazi ukuthi ngabatshela ngabanikeza ithuba lokuthi siyilungise uma benqaba sekuwo kwabo ngoba inhlambuluko yabantu abaphilayo kwayona iyinkinga kodwa iyinkinga kakhulu inhlambuluko yabantu abangasekho
Yeah.
Musa ukushiya lo mhlaba kunemthwalo ohamba nayo ngale ozothi mawusunga le kube imithwalo edinga ukuthi izingane zakho zilungise engathi izingane zakho zingafika mfethu emhlabeni zibhekene nezinto zazo zodwa ukuthi ukuthi stress ukuthi hawe ma ngikanyile ngamethisa intombazane yabantu sekumele ngihlanganise imali yenhlawulo sekumele ngihlanganise ilobolo hayi ukuthi kusamele ngilungise umsamo kababa.
Kunalento esiyasibalekele nje ngizoyirepepa with one word. I want to refer noma ngumuntu ongalikhonzile iBhayibheli kakhulu but I want to refer eBhayibhelini. Ithi izono zokhokho omkhulu ziyoyehlisela kubantwana phezulu kwaleso simo kuyimanje.
Yebo,
sengiqedile.
Bese iphinde futhi hlonipha ubaba nonyoko ukuze izinsuku zakho
ezweni.
Leyo nto le ayisho ukuthi ubaba uyihlo nonyoko kumele ungabatsheli uma ngabe benephutha ukubahlonipha okudlula konke ukubatshela ukuthi nginemidlinzo engingayithandi ngenxa yezinto enazenza.
Approach them with the respect.
Exactly. Ne-respect neqiniso. Ayikho mfethu i-respect edlula eyeqiniso ngoba umuntu okuhloniphayo uzokutshela ukuthi u-wrong ngoba ufuna ukunikeza ithuba lokuthi uyilungise lento wrong ngayo ukuze niqhubeke ngempilo yokuthandana nokuhloniphana niye phambili. Kodwa umuntu onandaba nawe uzothi ungabheda avela khansele athi useyoyibona ngisadlula mina ngiyakwabangcono.
Hayi angibonga ithuba.
Ngifisela inhlanhla mfethu ngifisela amandla yikho ngithi khuleka uthola amandla ukuthi ubhekane nabo. So sikhulekela amandla ukuthi sibhekane nabazali sibatshela amaphutha ukuze silungise lezo zinto ukuze umsamo kuzoshaya umoya ungabi nenkinga.
Danke mfowethu.
Bonga mina mfowethu.
Cool.
Watch out.
Forever. TWC with the government these the new elections. Yeah.
Okay, we up right now.
In the nights when the phone no room tight. I tell him straight, I'm back in heat, but sure I need I.
Umad Dog SA uthi uzubize 2 mfakazi mase benenhlambuluko. Indeed, bro. Mase benenhlambuluko kuze kubize wena. Singabasoli kodwa kakhulu abazali bethu bakwethu bakhule ezikhathini ezingezona. Mangakutshela nje ngoma wami engimthanda kakhulu yize i-communication yethu ingekho kule level engifisa ukuthi be kuyo. Ngamnakekela umama wami akasoze ahlupheka lambe ngiphefumula mina ngisawufaka ngisabukhipha ngoba uzalile. Uzalile unendodana naye khona nibhekile uyangithanda ngiyamazi kodwa uyahluleka ukungitshela ukuthi uyangithanda uyafunda she's getting there but kwesinye isikhathi uyalinde I love you too ngenxa yokuthi akabanga nalithuba lokuthi akhulise abantu abamnikeza lolo thando bamtshele. She's expressed to me many times that it's very difficult for her to express love. And it's true. My mother struggles to express love. You know what she's good at? She's very good at expressing anger and hatred. She really is. She really is. And as painful as it is to know that in terms of her telling me how she feels about me, she has spent more time telling me that she's disappointed, more time telling me that she's angry, more time telling me how bad I am, and less time telling me how much she cares, how much she loves me, and so on and so forth. And the reason is, teaching an old dog new tricks is not impossible, but man, it's hard. And she's an old dog. I love her. I don't mean dog in a derogatory way. But she's an old one. And the tricks that she knows is the expression of hate and anger. Ngenxa yomkhulu, nogogo, naso sonke isithembu and everything that they were taught as kids. We need to change that. Thina abantu abasha.
Indianapolis, America, with my American accent, like, I say like this, look, real nigga, what it do, pie? I don't take no birds to do, pie. I'm a Dalmatian and my belly shout out my nigga Dubai in the motherland trying to celebrate. All my niggas catch you hell fade when we getting back. I ain't cool at the buffet, so let's take it back to Stang. Oh yeah, in the night when the no rooms I tell him straight, I'm back in heat, but sure I need Yaba I'm just home, baby. I'm never home lately. I just roam on the whole coast, running no jokes. I got old folks trying to get a nigga in the headlock. Bitches wanna get they better rock, rappers wanna fit they feet in my sacks. Everybody want a piece, nigga. Tell them please mix my mix my up, for the bags, for the spice, for the juice. Mix my up, for the bag, for the lap, the lumber lynch. Mix my up, for the bags, for the zap, as I'm a cinch. Mix my up.
Fam, what's going on? It's Wednesday, the 17th of June. I hope you enjoyed your day responsibly yesterday. Now, for today's What Was I Saying is my new single titled Angisabalegi. And I've got some lines in there that go a little something like this.
I was barely breathing. They thought I was dead, so how could I believe it? How could I be running up the streets that night? How could I even be flying up to reach that height?
You know when people break you down to your core and they are sure that they've done enough for you to never rise again, and like the phoenix, they suddenly see you soaring high above your own ashes. Very often, they won't even believe it. So today, I ask of you one thing. Be resilient. They will try to knock you down, but you don't have to stay there. You do not have to remain on the ground that your bullies have put you on. You can rise above it, and your sweat will fertilize the land around you, and you shall blossom into a tree bearing fruits and providing shelter even to your own enemies from the harsh elements they once left you at the mercy of. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Fam. What's going on? V. Hit me up right now. Ray, I remember Tusco D. I wanted to check out some of these messages. We've been chatting so long. Unomtandazo said we had opened up a can of worms. See, Ray, you've been out so long. Shall update you. Please update them. Excuse me. Lennox Tripolana is moonlit, right? Yeah. You guys are opening a can of worms. Indeed. Nomti. And we need to keep it wide open because that's the only way we can get rid of the worms. Lennox says this is real. Indeed it was. Blind, I'd love to have a call with you. Indeed. Please call me now, V.
We are live. Call me right now on 068 041 8662. That's 068 041 8662. Talk to Maraza on stream. Spillion.
Matt Dog says we share a star sign. Oh, wait. Numti says candles. Lighting candles helps with upahla to both God and ancestors. That always helps. For anyone who doesn't know, upahla is ukcela. It's like, it's like a young shout out. Yo, where that lapo, ancestors game. We out here. Hit me up. Like, I'm trying to do this shit to honor y'all niggas. Cause y'all niggas left me with some dumb shit. Now I'm trying to fix that shit. So help me out, okay? Kanyisa is in Lela. Kagambisa, Gonke Loku, Gifuna Ukukwenza. Out there by the candles, M. Samu. We're very blessed as Africans to, especially South Africans, Sometimes think about African people living in other parts of the world who only have Christianity. And I think having God and our ancestors, for us and people like me, is so powerful. It really is. For me, I just see no one in the Nguni tribes worships their ancestors, by the way. Our ancestors are not gods. They are our connection to God. We treasure, we cherish, and we honor
the idea that we worship our ancestors is preposterous. Because umveli nqangi ukhona. Do our ancestors hold power over influencing the things that happen in our lives? Hell yeah. How and why? Because they're closer to God than we are. They have better network. Mad Dog says this was very informative. Maraz, I've been your fan since you guys were forefront. Namanje Sela Mhlongo. Thank you so much, Viper. This song gives V goosebumps. It's true though. Our mom spend more time complaining or beshwabula, indeed, Mad Dog, than anything else. It's terrible. Joman, it says Wavy the God, my homie. Please let me know when to call, brother. It's ringing. Oh, damn. Please do it again. There we go. Why am I not hearing it? I'm answering you right now. Produced by AB. Produced by AB. Oh, you just hung up. Produced by ABT. Says first time on the stream. Are the music reactions on? Yeah, they are on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but it didn't happen today because we had more important things to talk about. Numtanda was asked, can I call as well? You just missed my call as well. Okay. Let's do. There we go.
Hey, King.
You are all the way from the UK. This is going to be such an expensive call, but how are you doing, brother?
Bro, I'm happy. I'm happy, Jomani. I'm happy. So happy. You know, man, I'm speechless, bro. Like I'm so happy just by watching you.
Thank you, dog.
You know,
thank you.
In phone, and it's crazy because you know, for me, this by me calling, it's not about me, but I just want to let you know things that something that you don't even know. Né? Do you remember the time when Ngafika in your household?
Yes.
And I stayed for days.
Yes. Beautiful
right.
times.
I remember Sashala, you know, we had like literally beginning in the refrigerator.
Yeah, of course.
Why you know what I'm saying, bro? And just that in general, for me, did amazing things because I'm sure you know the entertainment business. You know, even me in the UK, being signed to Sony, you get taken as you have to be that other person who be and do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So when Mangfike Kaya, and remember this is the first time in your household, and you treat me as not as that V or Vietnamese, as undota. That's what you did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And exactly, bro. You know, and it meant so much because that's the type of thing that, as me, as I've been wanting for courtesy, and I refer that because you were mentioning even the depression thing and blah blah blah. You know, for you, my brother, we asked with you how far we go back, and you know, I noticed things even before when I could see you moving away from the industry. I could see certain things and blah blah blah. You know. And remember, I'm this side, but in Yagbo. There's a song that you made, Itazilia Kuluma as well. You know, I could see the same habits and moving away, which I went through when I left Sony. You know, and those are the things that sometimes as creators we don't talk about because Abantu want us to be that, and you play the part. Then we put ourselves in an enclosure.
Yes. All the time.
Mind you know, my brother. In my company, I have a video thing. You know, I don't even release music anymore.
No, you don't.
You know what I'm saying?
You still make music because you love
it. Exactly. You know, because you know the music business kills the passion.
Yes.
Because once your passion becomes a job, so man, I write a lot of music and I record a lot of music, but I only play it for myself. If I want to express myself now,
you know what I'm saying? So there's something great that for me you also did. Ngiyakhumbula sikhuluma and wathuka when I said to you I had a kidney transplant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't even put it out because I don't want to pity.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? And I see it in we build ourselves, you know,
yeah.
You work from home. Everything is in house. Which is the same thing Nami and Ayeza. You mentioned this earlier because you don't want to go out. No. The anxiety and the depression, the mental thing, you just want to have everything in house.
Because it's safe. You want to feel safe.
Exactly. And even when I love what you're doing, bro. It makes me so happy because it's also a step forward. It shows me, okay, you're going somewhere and you being in your mind is the worst thing. But once you step out, you know, and I say this, think about it. I say this clearly, Mshongo, because for me, I speak to a lot of artists who are who I advise personally, and I try to tell them, I said, run away.
Yeah.
You know, the mental thing is hard. But people who wanted to commit suicide, the artists that you and I know.
Yes.
And kuluma nabo every week, bro. We kuluma nabo every week. And I try to assist the guys. Kuluman Buffett. Sometimes put it in the music. You don't have to say you trap and you do this.
Yeah.
On top of that, there's another thing as well. The timing and I know I didn't tell you. You assisted me so much in terms of knowing more about Mshongo and Ekaya, and certain, you know, because living overseas and in you don't get to understand those into
yeah.
And then another point on top of that, I don't realize you recognize this.
Yeah.
I think it was September or something. Ngafika eMzansi ngo-August mhla 15 national image yami yabo leyo nto le. So I was there for funeral yami yami, and then when I came to you it was probably like a week after ngisemzansi yabo leyo nto le.
Funeral kaMediam kanti?
Yeah, image yami yashona literally. That's why I was there for the funeral.
I thought it was just like a family member, a relative.
No, why image yami? Yabo. So once again, even that, this is where it comes to even how creatives deal with things. Some people, I've always been a person who self-motivates.
Yeah.
Yabo. And I deal with my things. I don't like abantu doing or giving me pity. Yabo.
Yes.
No. Because
that's not
that thing, it doesn't help. Yabo.
No.
So even managing it's because I don't know if you noticed, I started traveling alone and hamba with men in backpack
and I saw that.
This is where I sat down and I questioned myself and I said, do you still have that? Can you still be undoda instead of uvi? Because you're surrounded by abantu who are yes, and you've been playing the part for too long.
Yes.
Let me just travel alone. Hotel, expensive. Let me live in the backpacker hostel.
Exactly.
So I want to see if bazongitreat, is it going to be like, do I still have that thing or you know umuntu angakwazi will treat you truthfully now.
Yeah,
so I did that and I found out
yeah,
you still have that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so it's all those things. And so you see, even for me, as some people might even say now, if they're watching here, they'll be like, nah, I don't want that. I'm trying to give people a thing, even people who you may see as successful or whatever, have issues, have really crazy deep issues.
Yes.
It also comes to, besides the music, when I did the video, I used to fly to Mzansi, find Amajit, Emalokshini, and film freestyles for them. I have a music video for free. I was there. You know, exactly. And I'm fully mad because I'm trying to push.
And you never asked me for a cent, my dude.
Not to be pass I cook 120 because I'm fully relax and absorb the car. For I want to really be find myself kahle kahle ukuthi oh yakhumbula lo ngagibela popo fethu ngumfana semafama mina Marazi abaningi bazothi you know what I mean.
For anyone who's watching, the conversation yakhuluma ngayo we had it I think 3 years ago, and
yeah,
at that time we even discussed which I'd offered to get a plane ticket, and you literally said no, ngifuna the bus trip. I want to be on the trip and absorb and think ngibe ngedwa and look at my country because ubusukade wagcina. So for you to be saying exactly the same thing 3 years later just goes to show how honest you were being at the time, and I appreciate and I respect that so much.
Brad, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Nyasho nje as well, bro. Like, I think Kuluma no tribal, and I've been trying to speak to you as well, but I was like, hey, as in, sometimes energy, some things have to be organic as well.
Yes,
you know, Nanyazi, whenever I speak to you, there's always something uplifting. Mind you, like I feel like inspired to go back, even with the video about the streaming.
Yeah, Doug.
That's what I've been on, but I haven't taken the action. Even this side, I'm working already on so many things in terms of the diaspora. You know my clothing label. It's the shield. It's proper, like African. And people have to learn.
We spoke about that back then as well.
Exactly, bro. Gents, you'll need to speak. You know, keeping things in your head is just going to kill you. You know.
Yeah.
I know sometimes I don't want to speak, but it doesn't have to be your friend. You know, just send a message to Uvi. I'm always here. I mean, I listen to understand and not reply, and I talk from my experience.
Umuntu ongakwazi, who has no judgment to pass, just an ear to listen and a brain to understand. That's it.
Yeah, man. And as I said, for you, man, you need to also appreciate yourself a lot. You know, when you're saying like you question yourself, even with the donation, you question yourself. That's how you would think. That's Njalo. That's how I would think. You know what I mean? Because we calculate so many things which are not needed. You know, and just to let you know, you appreciated, my brother. Your whole family is amazing. You're a game changer, and what I realize as well, it's not the masses that need to tell you you're doing amazing. It's the words of the people who have no other intention, but they feel that you're giving them something back that should matter. It's not about the quantity, it's the quality. So
this means so much to coming from you, and beyond, zonke izinto suka ngenzela zona, those videos that we did, the conversations we've had, I've thanked you for those things before, but njengamanje, hearing the greater intention behind why you do those things and why you say the things you say, it makes me appreciate it even more. Ngiyabonga mfethu for the confidence boost, ngiyabonga for the faith, ngiyabonga for the assistance, ngiyabonga more than anything for just being another one of the very, very few friends that I have who I consider family and who are interested in seeing me grow, not only as an artist but also as a person and a father and just a man in general. Ngiyabonga mfethu, ngiyakuthanda, and I really can't wait to see you again, my brother. It's been 3 years.
I love you too.
But it really looks like it seems like we've grown quite a bit together. We've grown quite a bit.
Exactly, bro. And there's one other thing in Fulukutela on it before you cut off, ne?
Voice.
You know, Kulumelo Watsu Yabonga, which shows me something that your purity is way beyond others. Most people will say, bless you, V, ne? Or you are blessing V. Something when it's not me who's blessed. You are the one who's blessed in order to have somebody like me come and tell you these great things about you. So you are
blessed to be a blessing.
Okay. Cheers to everyone on the chat, and Uvi, like I said, I'm here for anyone who also wants to speak. And Maraza, I'm going to get online as well at some point, and then we can take this international in whatever way. Now, but thank you very much, brother. Keep on keep on pushing the great knowledge that you're pushing.
Bonga mina mfethu, ngiyabonga kakhulu for coming on. Ngiyabonga. You've been with us for more than an hour already, and I truly appreciate it, dog.
Okay, cheers, my brother. Right. Bye-bye.
Big shout out to V, man. All the way from the UK. V Art Media. Numti, you can call. Usiya Uti, good night to everybody out there who's watching. I remember when Tasco D said Blind was the best album for 2016. He wasn't lying, says Ray. I never saw that. Numti, if you can call me before you go, please. Maraza, by the way, I have all your songs. People come to me to get your stuff. I have a Maraza archive. That's so dope. I hope they are still buying the music.
50s on me and 100s on all these bitches. Bottles on me and the smoke on all my.
Numti, oh, there we go. Hi. You are live, Jengamanje. Let me hear you. Hey, Masha.
Imali kaluvele qala.
Away. Ivele yacishele nje. Kunjani Masha?
Ngiyaphila njani?
Mqemani, it's good to hear from you.
Hey, nazo nasikhalisa bona namhlanje.
Yeah, tete man, kantini king.
It's just so emotional.
It was.
But in a good way, I guess some uncomfortable conversations need to be had, you know?
Yeah. True.
So I think I'd always appreciate lento ukuthi uhlezi open ngale ndaba because usiza nabanye abantu, because judging from the conversations that I heard today, abantu abaningi abathole some sort of healing or some sort of breakthrough in their healing process from your experience. I think more than anything, why I wanted to call was ukugcizelela indaba yamakhandlela.
Ukugcizelela.
Okay.
You said ukugcizelela.
Ukugcizelela.
Lalela ukhumbula isibongo sakho uZulu. We have to hold you.
Wait, guys, what's the difference?
So ukugci is GC. Ukugci is GX.
Oh, phela thina sifunda eShappy High, so
bebendakelwa ngitshela.
Asifundanga ko bani what is
eqantayi.
Yeah, no. Fanele kuzwakale na ku accents ukuthi yabo.
Yeah.
So, ukphahla and praying,
yes,
works hand in hand, because umsamo was always led by the head of the family. But in cases where sekushoniwe or you're away from home, umsamo sekhaya akubikiwe lapho hlala khona, it's not an actual place. That's why it is important ukuthi mawusuka kini ubihamba ubikile ukuthi okay usiyahamba usiphamanga.
Yes.
Uyaholi.
Betshela abantu abadala.
Nimvikele so mawufika uthandaza to your God, to your ancestors, ulayitha amakhandlela akho. They there. They banawe, yabo. So what I learned, I don't know if you guys know, Bob VVO. He's a very popular Sangoma, I think so, Sangoma. Umkhulu is very popular, and he unama video on YouTube explaining the different things that you go through when you start spiritual journeys. So then that he's got a lot of things as bambile. Usually it helps you dream if you're in the right path. So mhlampe mawuhambile wayoconsulta esangomeni, light those candles is very important until you get the message you're looking for, because you need to go ahead. You're okay, you're trying to reach out, this and this is true, that and that is not true. Ungagcina also spend imali eningi uthenga imbuzi neenkomo because inyanga is trying to get money out of you, kanti nawe uyakwazi ukuyikhulumela nabantu bakho once you found out where the problems are. So with that being said, with everything that everybody is going through, can we just please pray, you know?
Yes.
Yes, we can pray for each other, but it needs to come from you. You know, even when ngavumi, just you have something in your heart. Pray for your heart for things to be lighter, so you can pray for for the things that you want. So pray for your heart, pray for your healing. Ngisho ukuthi nje uNkulunkulu uyayazi inhliziyo yami. You know what I need right now. And listening to worship music, finding a song that you relate to, that relates to something that you're going through, because you're listening to the ministry. You're not really praying because it's hard. You're in a hot space, you know. It's very important. It's been working for me for the past month, because it's been very hard for me. So, Mangi, the first 2 weeks it was I couldn't even that's how, because I usually resort to it when I don't have anything to say, because it's just like, it's not that you're not there, everything has its own timing, but right now I need spiritual healing. And people around me, I can't speak to anybody about it. Maybe this is the one time you bring me close to you, but there's a barrier. So unshackle those chains. So yeah, guys, nibe right, nibe safety. We're praying for you. We love you guys. You matter to us. The stream you've made. I think for me, we appreciate you for the stream, because it's another platform where asazani, but we're so comfortable to just speak to each other. And I think I've found solace in speaking in this particular group than in Abantu Nzwanana, because it's always just like, what the and people just don't get it. That's why when you're speaking about the whole creative thing, I got it, because it's like, you guys make people happy. So nobody's gonna get why you guys get anxious when you go on stage.
Exactly. I'm so glad you from the comments you've made about music here, among other things, I've realized that you yourself, you seem to be a very creative person. So I'm not surprised that you understand this. And I have to say, you, from what I know, you're a young black woman, and you seem to be very well educated, but you're still so in tune and so in touch ngezinto zakini zakho zasemhlabeni.
So I need to know the thing.
Nakanjani. And I respect it so much, because it's very popular to be completely Western. It's the less traditional you can seem online, the cooler you come off, because if you look at our fundamentals as people, some of the things esikholela kuzo singabantu abamnyama kakhulukazi abakwaZulu are in complete contradiction with the things that are popular on social media, the things that are popular to do. So ngiyakuhlonipha and appreciate you so much, and I mean this, looking at you, for the way you allow yourself to be a young woman wagini who is strong, who is intelligent, but who will not be led by the thought processes of others. Not only are you intelligent and strong, but you have a certain faith in your intelligence that allows you to resist the influence of certain people who might seem cooler or better than you and I, because you know your truth and you stand by it. And I can imagine it can be very hard. I can imagine that it's not always easy to remember that you're the powerhouse I'd say you are. But the fact that no matter how many times you go into those spaces of feeling insignificant, the fact that you always come back stronger and do the exact same thing that made you turn away in the first place, and you come back and you do those things and you conquer them, I love that so much about you. Please keep that going. You're such a treasure, and it's so good to have you as part of the Marsha gang.
You're gonna make me cry.
Don't do. I know people who cry very easily. You remind me of
Thank you so much for what you just said. I didn't realize that. I actually really needed to hear it, but I'm gonna go because I'm crying.
Listen, we love you.
so much. Bye, guys. Love you
Bye.
too.
Have a good night.
You too.
Facts, says Mad Dog. Hold on, I'm gonna play a song. Yeah. All right. 2.5 hours into this, I'm gonna take one more quick phone call before I call it night. You are live, njengamanje kunjani mfethu?
Shosho, it's Ray there.
Ray Flames, what's good?
Hey, nah, I'm too good, bro.
It's been a hot minute.
Yo,
Nomthandazo says
bro.
thugs don't cry.
If I'm a Slena dog, it's keeping me super busy, though. Like the queues now, though, they are like crazy now, eh?
Yeah, it's insane,
yeah, the queues,
dude.
They're insane. Especially like whenever there's an announcement on TV, like people like just rush and just wanna like prevent themselves, like their immune system and so. Like now I understand though. Previously I actually didn't understand why people are actually rushing to the pharmacy.
Yep.
But now I actually understand what people actually now are actually getting serious about the whole thing. You know.
Yeah, it took them long enough.
Exactly. I remember you though. You like from the get go, when they started saying, "Yo, there's corona in SA." When and before before I even like woke up and be like, "Yo, let me say free."
Yes.
That's what I was taking up though.
I'm a nerd, dog. I'm a nerd. I spend most of my time on the internet. I don't, dude. Let me tell you, from the lockdown now up to today, I think I've left the house now 7 or 8 times.
Shut up. Bona, oshale pelle yakho lethu. Le mbuzi.
Yazi ayikho njengamanje. I need to get that on. Yona no qala.
Yeah. Bro, that's dope though, because like here in my hood though, I don't know, like people like they don't take this thing in any way serious, eh?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, like the only time I'm a fucking mask is when bangena store, which is crazy.
That's
like,
ridiculous.
You see people taking out their mask from their pockets, and I'm like, dog, there's no point now putting it on because like
yes.
you've been walking around and it's confirmed with this thing is airborne, konamanje. So you should actually, like, no mere pause, you should actually be putting it on.
Yeah, and you know, like South Africa, we have this disgusting tendency. That thing dries up, and then the wind blows the dust up. See, that's how people end up getting tuberculosis without actually coming into contact with someone who has it. Because and
it's true,
right? Yeah. It's one of the many things that are killing us.
Before some of the things there's something
Nomthandazo or Ruvi.
Yeah, Nomti. And no V. Like just reminding on Nomthandazo. But like I'm gonna start with the one for V. Like
V, yeah,
with you, born a Togo. I just wanna say something,
Yeah.
Your music, it's amazing. I'm not saying this because
thank you, bro.
Or anything. Like your music it's amazing. From Gem Early, I heard you and I was like, yo, bro can spit, you know.
You,
from there, I don't know what happened. I don't know, maybe I forgot or something. And then you came back, I think 2015 or so, with the song. Like you had equality, like the video though. I think it's Ketang or something. Like you're in a desert or something.
That's Ikesi.
Yeah, like I was like, yo, this thing is 4K.
Yeah,
and
dude.
4K, people
was one of the first.
4K
yeah, they did it, dude.
I was like, yo, man, look at this guy. And like from that then, like I then came back to you. I was like, yo, why did I forget about this guy? You know, because dog, like your music it's crazily dope, Joe. Like I was listening to Igazi, like when you took up this line.
Yeah.
The storytelling on that song gave me goosebumps. Though, like I won't lie, like, though, like you're doing everything from boom bap to trap to like. There's nothing that you're not doing. Your harmonies, everything. It's just on point. And that's why I actually support you. I support you because I know the talent that you have, young mom, and I know you will play with that talent. And I actually want you to actually grow. Like my wish is for you to actually go global, young mom. And I'll keep on praying for it because I know Wuti. You might not go global as Maraz, you might go as Pamandla, young mama, because there's something that you once said on one of your live videos. I think it was the second one or so, like on Instagram. Before you started doing this YouTube things and what, it was still on Instagram. Like it was something you were actually speaking to me then, but then now I'm actually gonna say it back to you. Like you said, as there's levels like with us black people. You said there's a level where for me I need to work, mama.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't be selfish into trying to push my passion so that I can actually provide for my family, young mom. It was speaking to me back then because I had on my own passion, young mama, okay, I want to make music and all that, but I was also looking at my situation back home, which okay, Ray, you went to school, you have like all the like great results that you actually have. You can actually take this and actually do something great about it. But my problem that what I did actually, I went to varsity, met up with someone, then we started like I had a passion for music, Then we started like doing music more than we actually doing like schoolwork,
Yes.
Like then there was fees must fall and those things. So because of those things, I was like, I would actually shun away from the music and be like, nah, I'm gonna fees must fall. This guy's actually gonna take the air to like bazo make a make them way to have a bit simpler because of this thing,
Yes.
Only to find out Gucci, 2016 they were not gonna do whatever that they did in 2015,
Yeah.
And then that day actually affected me,
Yes.
And then late like January, my parents are saying I was depressed, That's why I'm actually going back to 3 Point Laga Nomtandas. Me, I actually didn't feel it, but then people around me could see they would see Ray is no longer the same.
Exactly. Because it changes, man.
Yeah, but then what actually helped me personally, emotionally, maybe like physically it was different,
Yeah.
But emotionally what actually helped me was I would wake up in the morning, I would cry on my knees. Like literally I would cry and be like, Lord, why? I'll ask myself, I know it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but please, help me through this and this and this and this. And then from there, if I didn't know what to say, I would then listen to music, like worship music. Like there's this, I don't want to actually plug names or anything like that, but then like there's this type of worship music, which actually helped me, It helped me to actually deal with a lot of anxiety, like the words that the singer or the composer of the song, let me say that they actually put out there, were actually helping me try and deal with the anxiety and the stress that I actually had at that particular time. And then
the power of worship music, Doug.
Exactly. Like you might take it lightly, but music, Joe, it has something great about it. And which is what ingoma yakho inayo khona manje, even now, the last song, the one that you were performing.
Angisabaleki.
Dog.
Yeah.
That song is great. Like I don't want to lie to you. That song, the message in that song, dog, the beat on its own also now, like it's crazy though. Like never stop doing whatever that you're actually doing though. Like if you feel like doing something, just do it. Don't ever mind who is saying or whatever. Like there's someone who's actually grabbing it.
And you have no idea how I need to hear that sometimes because, like I said, man, the self-doubt is constant. It always comes back.
And I know what it sometimes during that time, the 2016 moment, for me, hearing whatever from people actually didn't click me. Like someone would say something and be like the same thing that you're actually saying. You're just saying that. You're just saying that because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're just being a nice person.
You'll do better next year. I'll be like, everybody says, it didn't click me. Yeah, it didn't click me in any way how. But what I know afterwards, after I've dealt with this whole thing and then you suddenly one. Once someone said something, it registers in your mind.
Yes,
and then
it
does. Comes back. And then you then think about it and be like, if this guy is saying this and this man is also saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it connects. I don't know. Sometimes you don't even notice okay, I say, mama won't tell this thing, But then if someone else is also saying it becomes the confirmation in your brain.
Your brain connects it to the first time you heard it.
Yeah, consciously you might not even realize it, but then if someone is repeating it in your brain, then now, because they say this thing like via pharmaceuticals, they say it's actually chemicals in our brains that are actually doing this.
It is.
So the same way, like when somebody constantly repeats whatever that they're actually saying, it actually helps me. I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like this.
And that's why, the same can be said for parents about, like the way I was complaining about parents, abathanda nje ukuthetha kuphela. Umuntu who doesn't say, well done, I'm proud of you, but if you make a mistake, they're telling you fucked up, we are better, uhloniphi, but when you do good, they never come back and say, this is great. It's the same thing. You're absolutely right. Because then you grow up knowing that you are worthless, that you don't do anything good value. So how are you going to become?
Even when you do good,
exactly.
This is not like the video that you made for Ikele Zanati, that thing of actually measuring success from my own standards.
Yes.
That thing it's not possible if you grew up being told you're a failure.
Yes. Yes.
Because now, even when you receive some stuff, you're still chasing other things.
Exactly.
Because
you feel insignificant.
Exactly. Even when you actually achieve whatever that you actually wanted to achieve, but then you look at it and you're like, that's this thing though. Getting this one, so getting it, and then you still constantly chasing something.
Yes. Because you need you don't have the reaffirmation, and if you're not, no matter how many times other people compliment you, no matter how many times other people congratulate you, the subconscious of your mind still has those words from your parents telling you that you're nothing, telling you that you're incapable. So whenever someone else comes through and says you are capable, you are worthy, it feels like they're just being nice because your brain thinks the truth is what I was hearing from when I was young.
Yeah. It's just something which is in the brain, but then if you're constantly hearing things like that, I think it actually helps your mom, which is why I think most people say hanging around people like people with positive energy, like just avoid. Even the Bible actually says that thing, like avoid fools and actually hang around the wise. It says that in Proverbs.
I couldn't agree more.
Than because it's like their energy is off.
Yeah.
And I don't see why you would actually try and cling to that type of spirit, young mama.
Yeah. And manga ulokhu uhleli nalawo bantu mfethu izongena leyo nto leyo. Yikho kumele sifundisane ukukhuthazana. Let's get ourselves used to inspiring each other, congratulating each other, helping each other through mistakes, and celebrating each other through victories and achievements. Ray, thank you so much for the call, my brother.
Should be me.
Yeah.
I was saying just check whatever that you're doing, I'm seeing the hard work, young mom. The hard work is supreme. The education that you're actually giving yourself it's great, young mom. And that thing, to me, I'm sure you're gonna get global, young mom. And then your global status, I was saying, it might not be as Maraza, but be as Uspaman, young mom. And then by saying that, I mean through maybe someone else, young mom.
Yes, sir.
Maybe there's someone you might spot Swati. So for example, I'm just making an example with him. You see him Swati, and then you work with him Swati. There's something that you actually do with him Swati, and that thing then gives you something, Swati becomes we are a Melika, we have a rapper, Swati.
Yeah.
And I feel like because of the knowledge I told you through Umaraz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I fully understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so by that I mean, like, don't stop though. Like, keep on researching, because I'm seeing like the research that you're actually putting through. It's beyond. Young
Thank you, dog. Thank you.
Sure.
I really appreciate that, Ray. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being one of the OGs. I'm glad to see you back in the stream again, and I truly appreciate you, man.
Even when I'm not here, though, just know I come back every time when I can. Thing is, it's just farming is actually
yeah, of course. You working in the health sector. It's the busiest sector in the world right now.
Yeah. But I had the alarm though, which is like, because like Mangsha is a very like it was during the time I call a very street.
Yes.
So because on Insta, I actually go on Insta only about 9, and then usually the announcement which is you said you're going on live maybe tonight, like you'd say I'm going live tonight, and then I'm only seeing it in about 9, and I'm like
yeah. No, I feel you, dog. Ngiyabonga kakhulu mfethu. Don't even sweat it. From Kusasa, we back at it again, 7 p.m. So now from now on it's gonna be Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, 7 p.m.
Number 1.
Yeah, nakanjani mfethu. I hope to check you out on the chat tomorrow as well.
Sure thing, me.
All right, ngiyabonga kakhulu, Ray. You have yourself a good evening, man. Hey, Marsha. All right, that's it. That's Ray Flames in the building out there. Major thanks to him, man. Major thanks to him. Oh. All right. It's been a solid, it's almost 3 hours now of the live stream. We didn't get a chance to listen to any music, but I'd argue we got a chance to do something that is a lot better and a lot more potent and a lot more important. Thank you to everyone who took the time to call in. Thank you to everyone who took the time to subscribe, to follow, to like the stream, and also to our donors for today. Big shout out to Uvi. Let's recap our followers. Tolani Tlapo started following, and that was quickly followed up by Lloyd Ndemweda. Yes, Lloyd Ndemweda, who also followed after. Spink's Face also followed. Big shout out to Spinks. And of course, we can't forget V. Thank you so much for the massive £25 donation. Very generous of you, brother. If you
pull up to the bando like whoa, flexing and finessing at the show.
All right, in Tananonga, I greatly appreciate you. Big shout out to T. Big shout out to Ray Flames. Big shout out to V. Big shout out to LTD. Big shout out to the Marsha gang. Big shout out to everyone who tuned in namhlanje. Ngiyabonga. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm playing out with the music video that Ray was talking about just now, titled DKC, an old favorite. So yeah, good night, y'all. I'm gonna play this video for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna be reading the rest of the messages off screen. I'm back again tomorrow, talking to you guys from 7 p.m. We'll try and get through some music. The Grassroots live stream season 1 episode 13 tomorrow. And Kumbula, the Life So Far, my brand new reality/lifestyle show, is coming up soon. I played you a promo earlier, but the rest we'll talk about. Kusasa and Tananonga. Have yourselves a wonderful night.
She's attending me. Uthathu umuntu omthandayo. Sishaya inkware eThekwini. Wozana ziphuze ibandayo
lasuka lahlala baphuma bafana beqhola amakha amaningi ngafonela usiya lapho umkharakara kwangena abantwana abaningi awu mina ngisashela kanti isikele muntu sithenga malini hayi mina ngisibhayi ngizofika kwibhayi ngingomele ibhayi mane uyangibona ngibethe izinto zakhona izinto ezinyakazisa umuzi wamazimuzimu mazikhonkotha mopapalasi yangiboza ingalakatha mandoza ngivele ngichitha amakasa angathi ngakhokha ngedebit order manje baby stop that shit phela mina mangisebheshini sokungizesibweni imeshini manje lelishende lapolitini linguvu 21 questions ayibo ngathi ufuna ukuyisusa angifuna ukuyisusa ngifuna ukuyisikhokhela la mawulenza leliphutha uzokhokhela mina ngiyayiletha mawuyifuna induluphela shiye kukhala abantwana bethi sibathathe sibafake kusiyayo sambe ngefru igesi khasela nelevel ibhenki assalamu alaikum sifuna imali yamasulumane sifuna imali yamasulumane sifuna imali yamasulumane ulahlele umrapha siyabona usuqale kuyijela bengithi udukelwe ifoni ubusuku bakhe wena uyasifonela awubheka uphuziswa ipressure iyahlanzisa i-olmeka yekela ukuthanda into ongazazi man damn it how hey when mina ngenza everyday land I always knew it would pay when I put into it a passion and youthful exuberance. Now homies they hate, but mommies they praise. I'm going to greener pastures where I'll praise. I'm sending my brain, bulala my faith. I'm getting my layers to do my days. My young soul, get la no Sadamu. Ehlale mkodini, indotifuke mkodini. Ngalo chini, uzo menze la no jadako. Baby tell me who's your daddy. My heavy need a getting. Ngifuni mali ya masulumani, ngifuni mali ya masulumani. Ngifuni saga ichumban, ngifuni saga ichumban. Oh, I'm going back on the road. I'm bringing you to the cold, till you put my name on that throne. Oh yeah. Igesi kasela na level. Ibeki assalamu alaikum. Ngifuni mali ya masulumani. Ngifuni mali ya masulumani.
Shine what it's every me. Was I not a banda?